Hello. Hello. How are you guys doing? Good morning. All the thingies? Okay. Hello. Who's here? We have Archblark, Duskblight, Lamp, Joe, Ekanrat, Silent Wayfarer, ECU, Cat, Bellhound, Aki. Howdy, howdy. How is everyone doing? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do my membership gifting right away because I forgot to do it at the start of the month. So there it goes. Hello. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Let's go. I don't even know what I'll do for membership this month. I don't even know if I'll do one because it kind of... I don't know, April was weird. And since like I missed like a week of streaming at one point. And now we have like things and games happening everywhere. I'm like, maybe I'll just skip this month. Sorry, guys. Hopefully I can fit 2 next month. At work, an hour. With pain, but it's okay, an hour. But those nests are enjoying so far. Oh, I haven't heard of that. What's that? Those nest. Video game. Hello, baguettes. 3D action game where you control a mecha girl as she explores the gigantic factory world of Pod on her journey to uncover the truth. Interesting. Interesting. Mecha girl game, hell yeah. I'm like, interesting. Has those in the name. I buy it. Valid. Yeah, it's maybe I need for plus. And yeah, they've done stuff. They've done things. Like, I don't know many of these, but they've done things. Oh, they did a Guilty Crown. They're also the ones they I don't know if they partner or something. They're like, they have this thing going with like with 5PV. And they release all the all the, how do they call them again? How do they call them again? Since they had a name, but like the Steins Gate series of like semicolon in the middle. Chaos Head, Steins Gate, Robotics Nodes, and there's more. But yeah, they made a... They make interesting stuff. Oh, they also... Oh, they made the light novel Fate Zero. Their works usually have dark themes. They also have a branch that focuses on yaoi. Oh, they're the ones that made Dramatical Murder. Interesting. Urobuchi is aligned with the company. Okay, that explains a lot. Urobuchi himself. The butcher himself makes sense. Phantom of Inferno. I don't know how to say that. Kikokugai. Hello world. Sayano Uta. Full Metal Demon. Guilty Crown. Spell from Paradise. Tokyo Necro. Doll's Nest. There, it's the last one. Oh wait, they participated in Token Rumble? Interesting. I never played that, but I know it's popular. Interesting. Anyway, back to what brings us here. The man himself, yeah. I'm like, whenever I see Urobuchi on something, I'm like, oh, so everyone's gonna die, most likely. Or horrible deaths. Back to our visual novel, exactly. Next patch, quality of life is tagged, but still on the radar. Oh, I haven't watched the thing. I saw some of the quality of life, but I know we're finally getting the skin customization option, so I can finally put the cat ears on Cookie. I'm gonna open the game because I don't know if it's updated on the computer. Start. As one should, exactly. Why does the game have audio? Oh, because I didn't have it muted for me. Okay, why? Vector is all I need. We're getting Vector! Oh, the Klukai one doesn't have the customization ready yet? It's a shame. The napalm enthusiasm and herself. Oh, I haven't been... I did Gunsmoke for a few days and it kind of tired me out and I haven't been logging into the game. Which is bad, because I've been missing on the daily farming. Oopsie. I can't get the image of Vector from Despicable Me. No, not that Vector. I was wondering why I have so many notifications. This is not my account. Just gonna grab all of her stuff. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Now where do I log out again? Oh wait, the daily shop thingy. All right, there we go. Settings, sign out, confirm. Suri, hello. Oh my god, we're getting the trophy case thingy? Nice. Will Vector event be voiced? Didn't they say? I don't remember. I mean, I heard this from someone else, I think. But didn't they say that only like events related to main story will be voiced? Or were those just rumors? No, my well SMR. Vector's related to main story? I don't know. Maybe. She's part of 404 now, so who knows? I don't actually know. Don't ask me. Also, once again, Meshti is if you see my model lagging randomly, it's because I'm going through trying like all the daily login stuff, and the Meshti screen really messes with my computer RAM or something. I don't know. This event is a side story, so it's not voice. No. That is so sad. PC go brrr. Yeah, exactly. We're being deprived of Saori Hayami voice acting. Unbelievable. Dun, dun, dun. Could have fundraised to upgrade her PC. I have 3060, man. Grabbing goodies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, no, I have a good computer. It's just, where was it again? Unity that they use? Like funny game engine things. You know how Mecha is when making games. It's only with the meshy background. It's probably because of all the lighting that it has. All the subtle lighting and shading that it has going on. The spaghetti code begins anew. It's People so she's making your PC lag by proxy. Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, right now I'm on the Aphelion screen, and you see there's nothing wrong. But if I go back to the main screen with Meshti sleeping, woo! But if I change Meshti to, let's say, okay. I mean, I never checked, but I don't think I had issues with the other ones. This is with the clunky background. So Meshti is quite literally draining my energy. I wonder if any other funny thing is. Which other seems to have fun lighting? Papasha? No, it's good with Papasha as well. You're put for Airbnb. Good luck. Sabrina, maybe. No, Sabrina is also fine. So yeah, it does seem to just be the meshy one for some reason. It just kills like, I don't know if it's the RAM or what, but it just starts lagging Visual Studio out of nowhere. But anyway, shall we? People sucking energy from anywhere, truly. In true sleepable fashion. Let me see. How much RAM do I have? I don't remember. $32. People's taking all the RAM. My 360 is the 8GB model. Yeah. Okay, I don't remember now. You always make me doubt myself. This is the 8 or the 6 one? None of them. It's 12. That's the thing, right? Yeah, dedicated GPU memory. That's it. Her Xbox 360? I used to have a 360. By process of elimination, clearly this means Mika's mysterious coding is too lame. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it only happens with mesh T, so clearly it's a mesh T issue. Because, you know, 3060, 12 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte of RAM, Ryzen 7 5800X. It's not the newest one, but it's the latest that my motherboard can take. But you know, shouldn't be having issues with a gacha game, but it's just Mika things. Like I have streamed way more intensive games from this PC with no issues. So clearly, it's Mika at it again. You know how it is. There's a Paradeus virus in your version. Oh no. Oh no. It's all Paradeus' fault. Again. William! Wait, let me just quickly check Discord. I'm probably gonna be checking Discord whenever I see like notifications. Because I'm going to see my sister is feeling a bit sick, so you know I told her to call me if anything, but like she might use message me on Discord. All right, we good. It's William's fault somehow. Harder when you speed 3 times. Speed by 3, because running to affect CPU a lot. I mean, maybe. I've never had issues. Lunacia, get out of playing Minecraft. Was not William's fault? Nothing. Everything is William's fault. But anyway, yes, now it's been enough for real. Let's go! Because I wanna see if I can hopefully finish the event today. So tomorrow, if I finish the event today, tomorrow I'll probably do more Expedition 33. Because I mean, I should catch up with Neurocloud. Like next week, there's a new Gachas event dropping, so like, what's the point? Might as well continue another game. So yeah, let's go. Oh, I forgot to put the thing visible here. Exilium.
本当に諦めちゃうの？この辺はほとんど見てきたじゃん。もうあの隙間しかないんだよ。でも穴を開けるためのバッテリーがないもの。外付け装備がないなら手で掘ればいいじゃん。死ぬのを待つよりはマシでしょ。
敵がいつ攻め込んでくるかはわからないけど、残された時間は少ないわ。手で掘ってる余裕なんてないの。
あそこに誰か配置しといたらマグニが攻めてくるかもしれないし。
見つけた入り口には全てセンサーを置いてる。見張りなんて必要ないわ。この隙間に時間と労力をかけるよりも早く調査隊と合流して他の案を検討した方が現実的よ。
There we go. Anyway, I hope you were reading. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you for letting me know. my the thing that I use for the voice filters, I pass my microphone through there, you know, to be able to apply the voice filters. And even now and then it just dies, and like no error message, no warning, you know, it just dies, it just closes itself, which is why I don't realize that suddenly I'm not making any more sound. She thinks we can read. Sometimes it decides to do its job too good and filter everything exactly. No, sometimes it just dies, and as I said, if since I'm passing the microphone through there, microphone output, then the microphone output also dies. I can live with VTuber models. She said that you guys should spend money on Girls Frontline too. Yes, exactly. Irma is absolutely 100% right. But yeah, for anyone not watching or not reading, they're basically going over what to do with the hole. The hole that they wanted to get out through, but it was too small and they don't have enough battery to power up the big gun, whatever the big gun is, to widen the hole. So they need to come up with another plan. Otherwise they all will die. The hole. Yeah, that's why they call it. That's why they call it. It's not my fault. Rather than waste time and effort on that hole. We're golf players now, yeah, exactly. This is girls' golf line.
隊長、さっき話したことだけど、やっぱり私、心配だよ。
Leader, I'm still a little worried about the stuff we discussed earlier.
私たちがチップと録音を持って脱出して、自分たちはそれを
I
援
know
護する。
Mr. Dmitry asked us to take the chip
Dmitry
and
さんは
recorder
確かに
while
そう
they
言った
stayed
し、
behind to
隊
do a
長とも
retreat.
同じ判断だった。
And you and Mr. Dmitry basically came to the same conclusion just now.
でも まだ何か隠してると思えて仕方ないの。
But I can tell that he's still hiding something.
チップと録音は私が厳重に保管するわ。心配しないで。
I'll keep an eye on the chip and recorder. The rest of you should stay alert.
調査隊が裏切ったら放射線量の高いエリアに移動すればいい。
If they do
相手は
turn on
防護
us,
服が破れてる。
fall back to the
弾薬も
regions with
残り
higher
少ない。
particle density.
私たちが負け
Their
るわ
suits
け
are
がない。
damaged, and they're probably low on ammo. There's no way for a Ford could lose to people like that.
He's getting his big neo-Soviet balls real. I don't think that is the issue, okay? The other three dolls nod.
静かに。もうすぐ着くわ。
Now keep quiet, we're almost there.
Four returns to the tunnel where the Sorry Corps is waiting and discover the troopers sitting around a patch of empty ground, finally discussing something.
ローリング、この位置はわかるな。
Larian, do you see this position?
他は何も気にする
After
な。
this, take your guys and break
敵は
through.
できる限りこっちに引きつける。
Ignore everything else. I'll do my best to keep the fighting focused on the other direction.
効果はあるのか。
Do you think it'll work?
運だな。こういう時は
Depends on our luck. All we can do now is take a chance. I hope things don't get bad enough that we actually have to do it.
了解。終わったら支援に戻る。
Got it. Once we're done, we'll head back ASAP to support you.
そうだな。
After handing out assignments, Dmitry looks up to see 404 and signals them to come over.
何をしてるの？
Do what exactly?
What are you doing?
Luca studies a patch of empty ground. It is covered with salt from the tunnels. There is a simple map and various symbols drawn on it. The upper left part of the map has been circled for emphasis.
ガラクタにはこの見取り図が理解できないようだな。
It's not something you tin cans will understand. These are the fence plan.
送ってもらった情報をもとにこの辺の地図を作成したんだ。こうやって
We used environmental data you sent back to make a rough sketch of the surrounding terrain.
This way, we can set up ambushes around the areas with low radiation density and ambush those Maggie security guys.
お前らが戻るのを座って待ってるだけだと思ったが。
We weren't just sitting on our asses while you guys were out. Dmitry taps the circled part of the map and writes an F there. Luki looks at the map.
まさかマグニと正面から戦う気なの？
Wait, are you going to fight Maggie security head on?
そうだ。今までの礼をしてや
They're
らね
going
えと
to
な。
what? Damn straight. We're going to teach them a lesson.
ブッシュはそこを突きかけてる。相手はマグニセキュリティだけじゃないのよ。
Our remaining
ブルースフィア
supplies
の
cannot
戦闘
support
力
an
だって
assault like
計り知
this.
れない。こんな無
We'll
謀
be
な正
going
面衝
up
突
against Maggie
賛同し
security
かねるわ。
and Blue Sphere, whose fighting power is unknown. This plan is foolish and I do not approve of it.
賛同しなくて結構だ。404に戦わせるつもり
Wasn't
はね
asking
え
for
ぞ
your approval. We weren't expecting 404 to fight anyway.
お前らはその隙に証拠を持って見つけた隙間から離脱しろ。人形にはローカルメンタルとやらがあったはず
During
だ。
this time, head back to that hole you found and escape through there.
手足がもげようが知った
You
こっ
those
ちゃ
have
ねえ。
narrow cloud cores
メ
or
ンタルだ
something,
けは
right?
守り抜けよ。
That ought to count as evidence too, right? So be careful on the way out. You can lose as many arms and legs as you want, but don't damage those brains of yours.
あの隙間に穴を開けるのは不可能よ。あんたたちが時間稼ぎしたところで、
We don't
こ
have
の
the
計画は
firepower
根
to
本
widen
的に
that
成り
hole.
立ってない。
Even if you can't hold off Maggie to buy us time to retreat, it's still unworkable.
After hearing Kluge's answer, the Survey Corps troopers laugh.
総長の言う通りだ。反応もそっくりそのままだ。
The Sarge was right. He even managed to get her response down perfectly. Man, I wanna see Dmitry trying to imitate Kluge.
言ったろ。石頭どもにこの作戦が思いつくわけねえ。
I told you, right? She's as total as stick in the mud. There's no way she could have come up with a plan like that.
これで分かったろ。機械なんぞに。
You see now, don't rely too much on a machine's processing. In the end, the human brain is more useful.
いやー、かけなくてよかった。これで負けたらベッドの下に隠したウォッカを差し出すと
Good
こ
thing
ろ
I
でした
didn't
よ。
bet on that with you, Sarge. Otherwise, I'd have lost that last crate of vodka under my bed when we get back. What are these guys talking about? Are they making fun of Big Sis? I guess they are. Although she is kind of a stick in the mud. Andoris, stand back. I'm sure Big Sis will get mad if they keep making fun of her for another minute. Now, another 30 seconds. But fighting is bad.
Oh, Andoris. Oh, Andoris, you're so sweet. But fighting is bad. As the sea cookies face turn more and more green, the Survey Corps troopers manage to settle themselves down in time.
笑いは済んだ。そろそろ続きを説明してもらっても。
Had enough fun? Would you mind telling me about the rest of your plan now?
穴を開けられねえのはバッテリーが足りねえからだろ。
You can't wait in the hole because you don't have enough power, right?
足りねえなら探せばいい。
If you don't have it, then just find it.
療養施設に生きてる電源はないわ。天然ガスは幾分か残ってるけど、電力
The
に
power
変える手
supply
段
to the
がないの。
sanatorium has been cut off. There's still some natural gas in the gas lines, but we haven't found a matching transformer for them, which means we can't make use of them.
その必要はねえよ。電源なら腐るほどあるぞ。
How is that a problem? You need power? We got it in spades. Saying so, Dmitry points to the military backpacks off to the side.
これはバッテリー？
Are those batteries?
ああ。どれも共通規格で全ポートに対応して。
Yep, of all kinds. And they all have universal interfaces. Take everything you can use.
どこからこんな？
Where did you get all these batteries from?
まさか。
Mr. Dmitry, did you?
As she thinks of what the answer might be, Andoris quickly glances at the protective suits that the soldiers are wearing. Just as she expected, most of the indicator lights on their suits have gone grey. Only a few people, including Dmitry, have lights that are still on. Oh.
ディミトリーさん。私。
Oh! Unable to compute what the troopers might be thinking, Andoris' neurocloud crashes. No, baby!
なんだまたくだらねえ演算してやがるな。
What the heck? You're probably making some pointless calculations again, right?
今回はなんだ俺たちがあのブルーなんちゃらに投降する確率か
What is it now? You think we'll surrender to that Liat Balls or something? Yeah! You said the thing again!
といつもこいつもセーフティー外しやがって。
Just look
今
at you.
更裏切るとでも
Your
思った
weapon
か
safeties are off. You think we're going to fuck everything up at the last minute with some desperate struggle that'll end up getting us all killed? Andoris can't handle this level of chat, real.
待っておじさん。これには理由が。
Don't get mad, Mr. Dmitry. Just hear me out.
申し訳ありません。
I'm terribly sorry.
They don't need suit, they radiate enough. Exactly. Their chatness will keep the radiation at bay.
アンドリス、何認めちゃってんのよ。
Why are you just admitting it?
After taking in the adults' reactions, Dmitry laughs scornfully.
よせよ。撤回なんぞに人間様の考えは理解できやしねえさ。
Save it. There's no way Timkans like you could possibly comprehend the choices we humans make.
理屈が全てじゃねえ。
Logic
俺たちは
isn't
理屈以
everything.
上のもので動いてんだ。
Your hard-coded definitions of victory and defeat don't apply to mankind.
騙すとしたって機械に気づかれるよう
And
な寂しば
besides,
言うつか
Do you actually think we'd let your walking calculators know if we actually wanted to trick you? Don't look down on us humans.
人間の行動は予測困難だからこそ警戒する必要があるのよ。
It's precisely because humans are so unpredictable that we're so wary of them.
なんだ褒めてほしいってか
What? You expect me to praise you for that?
まあいい言い争うだけ時間の無駄だ
Yeah, forget it. Arguing now will be a waste of time. Just take the batteries that you can use. Don't go making excuses later on because you can't blast a hole in that tunnel.
ですがそれではあなた方が危険にさらされます。
But you'll be in great danger.
電源を失った状態では防護効果はほとんど期待できま
With
せん。
other power supply, your suit's protective effects will be greatly reduced.
俺たちが何年頂上列車でやってきたと思ってるんなことは言われなくても
Please,
分かっ
we've
て
been
んだ
guarding the
よ
Great Wall Railway for many years now. We know these things inside and out. And definitely better than you.
お互いの弾薬も残り少ないのに防護服まで。
We're both low on
あな
firepower.
た方は
You're still going to weaken your defenses now? You must be...
行かれちまってんのさ
Fucking insane.
このクソったれな世界にやられてな
Well, you can blame this fuck up war for that. Damn. This time, Dmitry doesn't bother arguing with Cookie. Instead, he decides to roll with what she's saying.
ここはもともと新ソ連で畑も街を走る車もあった
You
と
once
お前
said
ら
this
は
place
言った
used to be part of the NCU,
空は青
with
く
fields and roads and
大地
cars.
も緑に覆われていたと
People lived in towns, close to the land, under a blue sky and surrounded by green as far as the eye can see.
だが俺たちはそんな時代に生まれてねえし見渡
Well,
す限りの
we
荒野し
weren't
か
born
知
in
ら
those
ない
times, and we sure as fuck didn't see any of that. Only thing left now is desert. Oh god, the music! Clogie seems confused. She's not sure what he's trying to say.
集落の人間を見ただろう声だめみてえな家に暮らして
You saw those people in the
病と
settlements on the way
息袋
here.
に怯える日々を過ごしてる
All they can do is hide in their shitty little houses, waiting to die of old age, sickness, or from being eaten by wandering elites.
それがイエローエリアだってんなら
That's the
ホワイトエリア
yellow
と
zone.
グリーンエリアはどうだ
That's what life
そこ
here
の
is
人
like.
間はどう暮らしてる
But are things in the green and white zones that much better?
この世界はなとっくに行かれちまってんだよ
The entire fucking world is like this.
かつて人類はこの大地の至るところにいた
Once, we
だが
lived
こ
all
の
over this
吊り石
land.
が広がった以来
But ever since those fucking collapsed particles spread everywhere,
小屋に縮こまる
all
し
we
かな
could
く
do
なっ
was huddle in our shelters
た
without
ろくで
taking a
もねえ
step
話だ
out.
ろ
And even though Dimitri's voice suddenly fills with anger.
Hey, Hakuya! How you doing?
ところがな頭の腐ったゲス野郎ども今ものうのうと
Even though we're all
庭
stuck in
付
our
きの別荘を守ろうと
holes,
しやがるのさ
there are some brainless,
豚みてえにな
blind fuckers out there who love their locks to repression cells and want to stay in them forever.
マグニセキュリティパラデウスそれにあのなんちゃらグループ
Mangi
あい
Security,
つらに一発かましてや
Paradeus,
らねえと
and whatever fucking FABN is funding them. We need to do something about those bastards. Otherwise, we won't be able to live with ourselves.
そうだあんな奴らの好きにさせてたまるか
That's right, those bastards need to pay. Oh, is Jevon? It's the same guy? Yeah, the voice acting is so good.
カーター将軍が死んで新ソ連が死んで軍人である意味はなくなった初めはそう思ってた
You know, I once thought that General Carter was gone. I once thought that General Carter was gone, the NCU was gone, and that any point in being a soldier was gone with them.
うさんくさく見えるかもしれねえが浄化事業は人類が過去の世界を取り戻すために取った唯一の行動だ
It's Chapman.
少しずつだが
He
確
can't
実に
stop
進んでい
being
た
a
の
Chad.
俺は防衛軍時代からずっと見てきた
But you know what? This purification project crap, though it sounds sketchy as hell, it's actually managing to slowly take back what used to belong to us, to all of mankind. That's what I saw during all my years in the Great Wall Railway forces.
ノレンも新ソ連も関係ねえ。浄化事業を守ることは軍人としてそして一人の人間として果たすべき
So regardless of what I believe or what kind of a state the NCU is in, protecting it is my duty as a soldier. Hell, as a human fucking being.
ここが新ソ連の大地だったらなおさらだ。武闘派の男として新ソ連を守るためならいつでも身を捧げるつもりでいた。そいつは今も変わらねえ。
And besides, this is NCU land I'm standing on right now. I once said I'd do anything to protect it, and that hasn't changed one single bit. Dmitry's words fire up the soldiers around him. His crude and brutish sergeant is used to having his actions to speak for him. He's berated every man here before, and he's also stood at their head to lead them. Everyone here knows that there's a fire burning in his heart, but they never once knew where his anger came from. Perhaps what drove Dmitry to depression wasn't the destruction of his ideals, being rejected by the people around him, or the things left unsaid with his friend that he will never get to resolve. He was deeply unhappy with this world, and yet he loved it dearly. Writing fire gif. There was no way someone as passionate as him could sit back and watch the world march to destruction without feeling a thing. And naturally, he hated himself for being too insignificant and too weak to do anything about it. But ever since he joined the armed forces and pledged to protect the new Soviet Union, he has never once put down the gun in his hand or in his heart. His words remind the men of the Soviet Corps of the oath they took. Once, they swore to join the NCU army, to help push forward the fortification project. But every time, things have not turned out like they had wanted. But even if things do not turn out as planned, as long as they can do what they can for the sake of their oath, it will serve as the kindling for the flames of hope, the bedrock on which civilization will be rebuilt. This vast land will bear the proof that they have existed. Nobody knows who was first, but one by one, the troopers straighten up, solemn looks on their faces, before looking toward Dmitry and saluting him.
この判断は合理性に欠けるわ。ブルースフィアはおろか、マグニセキュリティ単体が相手でも、今の調査隊には勝ち目がない。
Man! Wait, let me get... I need a screenshot of this entire thing. Cause holy shit. Wait, sorry, these are things I need to share. Just give me a second. Alright, it's big. The same thing applies to Kluge too. She's only being such a bitch because she wants him to survive. Yeah, that's the thing that we were talking last time, you know. She is like this, but it doesn't come from a place of like not caring or like not giving a fuck. That idea of a world screwed up that you can't do anything about it, but choosing to resist regardless is... Yeah, it is very romantic. In the... Not in the, you know, not romantic in like the lovey-dovey way, like romance between two people thing, just romantic in the sense like it. The struggle.
This is not a rational decision. Even without taking Blue Spear's combat power into consideration, the men of the Survey Corps cannot face Mangi's security.
404が戦闘を引き受けた方がまだ勝算はある。あんたたちが残ったところで無駄死にするだけよ。
The only way you'll accomplish your mission is if 404 stays behind and engages them. Otherwise, you'll just be throwing your lives away.
だから言っただろう。理屈が全てじゃねえ。
I told you, right? For humans, victory doesn't abide by the definitions you have in your heads.
勝利とは何だ？俺たちにとっちゃチップを持ち帰れば勝ちだ。
What's winning, you ask? For us, it's making sure you guys can get that chip out of here. Being able to give those arrogant bastards a good spanking will be a nice bonus.
もう一度言うわ。その作戦だと404が証拠品を持って離脱できる可能性は
I repeat,
にも満たない。
according to your plan, the probability of Hide 404 successfully evacuating with the chip is,
100%よ。
at most, 24%. Meanwhile, the probability of the Survey Corps perishing is 100%.
So they're gonna fight for that 24%. What don't you get?
数字は嘘をつかない。今から作戦を修正しても間に合うわ。
My calculations aren't wrong. It's not too late to change your plan.
ほう。今度は数字ときた。さては俺がアホだと思ってるな。
You're studying math to a man who built the formula, yeah. This is like, you know, 24 is higher than 0. What's this? A machine's trying to point out the flaws in my logic? Do I look like an idiot to you?
何の話？
I do not understand what you're trying to say.
Of course you don't. Cookie Stone is a little stiff, but the look in her eyes says that she isn't going to back down.
白を切るつもりか？なら言ってみろ。
You don't want to admit it?
俺たちがチップを持ち出せる確率はいくつだ？
You don't want to admit it? Alright then, tell me. If 404 stayed behind to face the enemy, what's the probability of the Survey Corps surviving and getting out of this place with the chip? Oh! Got hit right in the mat.
せいぜい 5% あるかないかだろ。
Not even 5%, right?
なあ、そうだ。残ったら全滅だ。だがそれがどうした？命の使い方は俺たちが決める。
He knows.
機械ごときが口出しすんじゃね
Yeah, you know, he's been known for a while. We're going to die if we stay. But does that mean we'll leave if we go? These are our lives, and we get to use them any way we like. So don't worry about pointless crap, you tin cans.
正面をお前らに任せたところで、バカ正直に突っ込むのがオチだろ。こういう時は戦術ってものが必要だ。わかるか？
Besides, if we let you tin cans handle the fighting, you just run up and bash your heads into those guys, right? What you need now is tactics. You have to be tactical. Got it?
最も適した策略を取るわ。その点はご心配なく。
We will adopt the most ideal strategy. You don't have to worry about that.
最も適した策略だ？マグニにも人形はいるぞ。お前の弾き出した演算結果は奴とどう違う？
The most ideal strategy? Those Maggie guys have a doll too, you know? You think her processing power is that much worse than yours?
お前らでも思いつくような作戦だったら向こうも思いつくに決まってんだろ。そうなれ後手に回るのはこっちだ。
If you can think up a plan based on whatever data you have, they can do the same. Then you lose the initiative and they'll beat you like a drum.
あんたたち人間の不確定要素に頼りすぎなのよ。
You're
実際
You're relying too heavily on the unpredictability of human beings. The fact is,
After saying Pulke wants to press the point, Dmitry clicks his tongue in annoyance.
キリがねえな。機械なら機械らしくグダグダ言ってねえで働けってんだ。
That's enough of that. If you're a machine, then use your ice cold logic and do your job. What's the point of bitching about all this anyway?
それに依頼人は俺たちだ。404はおとなしく命令を聞くだけだ。
And besides, we're your clients. All 404 has to do is follow orders like good little robots. Got that?
金子とか
What the hell do you think can even know? Dmitry's tone is as unyielding as ever, and his expression shows no sign of softening. He quickly rips off the battery from his suit and throws it into the backpack. The remaining troopers follow him without the slightest bit of hesitation. No, now all the lights on the Stormcorp's protective suits have gone out.
わからない。
I don't understand.
人形は破壊されても記憶を一部失うだけ。人間は死んだらそれで終わりなのよ。
If we dolls are destroyed, all we lose is a stretch of our memories. But if a human dies, that's the end for them.
だからこそ人間は本能に従って自分の安全を最優先にする。でもあんたたちはまるで逆じゃない。
That's why humans instinctively preserve their lives as their top priority. But what you've done is the complete opposite of that.
私には理解できないわ。
That is saying a lot, okay? I mean, haven't you know, Commander? Like, where is this coming from?
I truly do not understand why you have made this choice.
わかったわかった。もういい、黙れ。時間の無駄だ。ならこいつは命令だ命令。これでわかるな。さっさとバッテリー持って失せろ。
Ah, that's enough. Shut up already. That's an order, got that? An order. Now take those batteries and fuck all the way off.
わからないって言ったでしょ。
Like I said, I don't understand why you're doing this.
だけどあんたたちの意志は尊重するわ。
But I
ディミトリ
respect
ー総長。
But I respect and understand you and your choices, your Sergeant Dmitry.
なんだ、いきなりかしこまりやがって。君が悪いぜ。
The fuck are you doing? You're being so formal all of a sudden is creepy as hell. You've earned her respect. Be proud. Not only did she call his name, she referred to him by title. You know, First Sergeant Dmitry. As he looks at the solemn expression on Kruke's face, Dmitry realizes what she means. Perhaps humans and dolls will never be able to think the same way and reach the same conclusions. But at the very least, they can have the same goals.
柄にもねえこと。
Don't go pretending to be so serious. Although he still looks like he can't be bothered with any of this, Dmitry holds his hand out to Kluke.
もう一度だけ繰り返す。耳の穴かっぽじってよーく聞け。
I'll say this one last time, so listen up.
我々はロクサット主義合衆国連盟
Oh
汚染
no.
区域整備と再建推進省
Here he goes again.
新ソ連大工環境浄化事業所属第7環境調査隊3762小隊
Oh yeah, Irma will say it's true. Like, they do value their memories, but like, you know, if it comes down to it, it's better for dolls to die over humans. That's pretty much like cookies mentality here. We are the 3,762nd platoon of the 7th Environmental Soviet Corps of the new Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the UR&C Contaminations and Management and Recovery Administration. Bring the contents of that lockbox out of here in one piece. Get it out of this mountain and get it out of the contamination zone. Got that? Request acknowledged and accepted.
証拠品は我々が責任を持ってロクサット主義合衆国連盟の信用に値する人物へと引き渡します。
We will bring the chip and the recorder out in one piece and hand them over to someone trustworthy in the URC government.
Now they're talking to each other like soldiers! They solemnly shake hands, and then Dmitry's face cracks into a smile. That's more like it. See, you think I should have just done that earlier. That way we wouldn't have had any issues, right? I swear this is the last time I'll ever work with a tin can. I'm not saying the Russian courses just because I don't think I can put the required energy behind them. I don't know, I guess I'll actually had fun voicing Kluge here. Yeah. Now get out of here before I change my mind.
All the best.
They've argued every step of the way here, but before bidding each other farewell, they finally shake hands and make peace with each other. The proximity alarms hide for left in the mine entrances begin to go off 20 minutes after they leave. The final battle is at hand. God, that was so peak! Holy shit. And yeah, Isolation Forest is gonna run alongside Vector's event. Big. And this pick hasn't been matching this game so far. No, so yeah. Don't come out and say those things. Don't come out of the woods just to say those things. Damn you, Mika! Where are you hiding the pick? Condensed matter. Some sort of ethos gathers them. Alright. Are you not entertained? Oh, that was so good. It's the first climax of the game. After all, the second climax isn't here yet. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Reconnaissance complete. Regional information has been consolidated. Transmitting. Receiving data. Action deployment complete.
They can probably hold on for a while longer. Let's go, Mashti. Don't die, okay?
Are they robots or are they exosuit? I'm not sure, actually. They're still building on secret climax. I mean, there hasn't been that many majors after Aphelion, has it? Like 2?
じけづいたな。
Just two both of them plot points. Alright, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. So you're from Glass Island is technically also mayor, but that happened before. I meant like after Aphelion. Oh, I have it in ×3. We do 2 for story. And yeah, so Uranus is like chapter 0.
交換するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
Yeah, I should probably get a bit closer to avoid the spiders going boom. I did not watch the new Island. No.
どうってことないわ。単位信号増幅器起動完了。
It's not I'm living. It's not that I'm living it out.
これで調査隊と話せるよ。
I just haven't. I just haven't watched it yet. I just know that Vector's coming next. That they're adding a few. They're adding some quality of life updates.
Have installed the temporary signal booster. Big sis, we can contact the servitors now.
Dmitry, 聞こえる?
Dmitry, do you read me?
There is a short burst of static, followed by Dmitry's annoyed voice. Cut the crap and get to work.
そうね。アンドリス、外付け装備の準備。ミシティは電源の接続を。
Andoris, set up the gun. Meshti, help hook up the backup power.
はい、来るかい隊長。ミシティ、お願いね。
Meshti, I'll have you trouble you to help me out.
Turu is a minefield. Yeah. I don't get too many Arknights posts since like I unfollowed pretty much all the Arknights account that I used to follow. But you know, whenever a new Frontline thing drops, and I go to check Twitter, and I have to like avoid things left and right, and I was like, ugh, why?
Meshti, I'll have to trouble you to help me out.
早く終わらせちゃえば。
Okay.
ほんの少しだけ。
Who knows? Maybe if I finish up quick, I may be able to...
No, you won't be able to take a nap. Mercy hesitates for a moment and decides not to finish her sentence.
任務に集中しなさい。
Focus on the mission.
美容家は半径100メートル以内に敵がいないか警戒を。
Belka, stay alert. Ensure there are no threats within 100 meters.
マグニセキュリティとの接触は可能な限り回避。
Avoid contact with any Mag security forces.
即座に殲滅するわよ。
If you don't counter them, wipe them out immediately.
任せて、お姉ちゃん。
Baby's voiced by Saori Hayami? Yeah, didn't you know? It's the one and only Saori Hayami. That is a thing that I always sometimes mention about Girls Frontline 1. That I was surprised how many like famous voice actors they will get for like not main characters.
Leave it to me, Vixis.
404's members take their positions, and the sound of the Sorry Corps exchanging fire with Mag security comes in over the comms channel.
2班は5時方向へ撤退。敵を誘い込め。
Squad 2, hold back 2.5. Draw the enemy in. Squad 3, flank them from the right. Dmitry barks his commands amidst the gunfire, serving as a rallying beacon for his men. His troopers have entrusted their lives to him. Their battle cry and blood are the fuel for their ideals. Who's sorry, Hayami voice? Vector. Sarge, Squad 3 has taken out the target. Your orders. The trooper's voice is drawn out by a torrent of gunfire, and he says no more. Reality is as cruel as ever. Squad 3, do you read me? Squad 3! This is Squad 5. Squad 3 is... You're all gone. Squad 5, fill the hole. Sergeant, this is Squad 4. We've encountered elites. Your orders. Kill the fast movers. Don't let the others head to Arlerian 404. The battle rages on. The regional channel is filled with the sound of gunshots, electrical static, and the howls of the elites. There are fewer and fewer responses to Dmitry's voice. Dmitry silently counts up the number of survivors, then grits his teeth and makes up his mind. Ryan, how are things on your end? Just arrived. Got delayed by a bunch of elites. I've opened the compressor valve, but I'm the only one left now. I'll get back Isa. Although he's doing his best to pretend that there's nothing wrong with him, his voice trembles a little. Nobody can be completely moved by death. Right. Just stay there for a bit and keep an eye on things. Contact me again once you confirm that it's working. And stay safe out there. Everyone, begin about falling back to point F. Mind your ammo while moving. Once you reach point F, close with the enemy and draw them in. Having received their orders, the soldiers murmur their assent and begin their final relocation. Damn. On 404's side,
ポイント F ってあの見取り図でひときわ目立ってた場所だよね。
If I'm not wrong, they place a lot of emphasis on point F, right? They circulated heavily on their map in the Salt. That was the place from the first batch of intel we sent back. And if I'm not wrong, it's a...
公共トイレ付近の配管室。閉鎖的な空間でトイレの水道とガスパイプが通ってる。
Oh. It's a pipe room near the public baths, a small room, sealed on 3 sides. The water and gas pipes for the baths pass through there.
それってお姉ちゃん、あいつ
Then
大丈夫なの？
are they going to... Pixies, are they going to be okay?
アンドリスの話が正しければパイプに残ったくらいのガスじゃ爆発は起
From
こ
what
さない
Andori said earlier, the natural gas is dispersed throughout the entire pipe network. Even if it leaked, the gas doesn't in that room wouldn't be enough to trigger a detonation.
それは私たちが考えることじゃない。任務に集中しなさい。
Don't worry about that. Focus on your mission.
アンドリス、ミシティ、そっちはどう？
Andoris, Meshti, how are things on your end?
電源接続完了。いつでも射撃プログラムをロードできるよ。
Leader, we've successfully connected the backup power supplies. We can begin loading the program.
すぐに始めて。
Start now.
ロードが完了したら予熱シークエンスを開始。発射1分前に入ったらカウントダウンを。
After the program is loaded, follow it immediately with the warm-up sequence. Begin a countdown 1 minute before firing.
了解。
I really hope Gears Frontline 2. I mean, I understand the choice of just wanting to voice the major events or like things related to main story only, but I really hope it can get to a point in which they can voice everything. After giving out orders, Crooked switches to the regional comms frequency.
ディミトリー、発射準備を開始したわ。まだ持ちこたえられる。
Dmitry, we've begun loading the program. Are you still there?
当たり前だ。俺たちを誰だと思ってる。
They are breathing everything one at a time. I think Diane Saman is also voiced now too in CN. Oh, is it? Of course. Who the hell do you think we are? Not voiced yet. Okay, thank you, Seiya. Is it true that they're just voicing like main story stuff? Dayan and Race are considered main story events, so they'd get voice. Oh yeah, true. They're also their main story. That's the stance now, yeah, main story only. Alright, alright. So yeah, those two should get voice at some point. Main story or major event. I mean, when I say main story, I mean like main story related. You know, whether it's like chapter or event. Everyone, hold fire once you get to the point. Wait for my signal. The channel briefly goes quiet.
ブルースフィアは
Is Blue Sphere there?
まだ来てない。だが目撃情報はある。
Not on my side, but some of the squads falling back have spotted her. A deafening gunshot blends with an ear-piercing shriek from an elite.
ディミトリー、何があったの？ディミトリー。
Dmitry, what happened? Dmitry?
There's no response from the channel for a long time. About 5 minutes later, all noise from the other side slowly fades away.
見つけました。
Oh, hello.
I am here now.
Blue Spear's cool, calm voice comes in over the regional comms channel.
ビオカ、信号増幅器を壊して総員通信を切断。
Belka, destroy the amplifier. 404, cut out comms now.
The transmission cuts off.
やっと終わった。
Sheesh! Blood Balls is here.
一日寝てもいい？やばい。
Hobson's choice. There is no other choice. I don't like those names and subtitles and thingies. Oh, cutscene.
404との通信が切れた以上、これは用済みですね。連絡員1名をここに残し、他は404の捜索を。調査隊の生存者は見つけ次第射殺。報告は必要ありません。ディミトリー総長、ほとんどの場合、絶対的な戦力差の前ではどんな戦術も無意味です。だからこそ極めて稀有な事例が伝説となる。
くたばり損ないが。
404はどこです？
知らねえな。人形がどこへ行こうが関係ね
あなた方がおとりで彼女たちにチップを託したことは存じております。時間を稼ごうとしても無駄ですよ。
え。てめえらには見つからねえさ。居場所を聞くくらいだ。どうせ地形も把握しちゃいねえんだろ。笑えるぜ。ここで散々パラデウスと乳くり合ってたくせによ。その銃がなけりゃてめえらみてえなおまぬけなんざ今頃全員俺にぶっ殺されてるぜ。
そうですね。しかし私には時間がありません。残念です。あなたが状況を理解し正しい選択をしていれば彼も死なずに済んだものを
What? Look at this chat. Sheesh, okay. Lion 100% stealth. Yeah, I can't believe they didn't see him there. Absolute cinema. That nameless sorry corpse man. Yeah. My guy just went for it. Oh yeah. Get rid of these eggs. I am pulling for Vector, yeah. Do your thing, Meshti. Oh, I remember another thing they're putting up. It's the wait, another cutscene. Sheesh.
無駄な抵抗はやめてください。これが最後の忠告です。手加減はしました。最後の部下はまだ生きています。5分だけ待ちましょう。今度は彼の心臓を貫きますよ。人間の命はたった一度だけ。生き残ることが何より重要なはずでは。生きて家に帰りたくないのですか？もう一度伺います。404はどこです？
お前にそれを教えて何のメリットがある？
あなたとそこにいる最後の部下が助かります。
なら他の仲間は命にとってのか？
条件は？
上一金だ。
いいでしょう。もっと早くそうしていれば他の部下も死なずに済んだのですよ、ディミトリー総長。さあ言いなさい。404はどこです？
404は
そろそろ限界のようですね。素直に吐けばすぐに治療に当たらせましょう。
404はあいつらはてめえらの弾を取りに行く最中だ。総長早く！待たせたな。いいところに来た。
させません。
No!
諦めが悪いですね、ディミトリー総長。
No! Do it!
3 2 1
Holy!
外付け装備を破棄、全ての照明を落として北西方向へ速やかに撤退するわよ。
Wait, I need a minute after that. Holy shit! I hope to have such a deadline triumph upon the broken bodies of those who slew me. Oh, that is a great quote. Holy shit! Sorry. I need to go back and read your comments, guys. I was too engrossed on the cutscene. You pulled the same shit twice. What a lord! Now you know when the doctors were all burned up in RC. Oh, true! I got some burned up dog tags. Damn. And yeah, the explosion was insane. The animation looks amazing. Is it the new Metal Gear Solid? Yeah, yes. I suffered an attack of cinema, I did. Damn. Hello, Mango Tango. The guy in the balaclava, Johnny, my source, it came to me in a dream. Oh, I was not expecting the cutscene after cutscene. Sheesh. And yeah, man, that explosion looked like, holy fuck. Thank you for subscribing. That explosion was something else. The only thing is that I think they might have the English subtitles timed for other language, maybe, because sometimes they don't really line up with the Japanese voice acting that well. So sometimes it's kind of hard to follow everything. It's time to the CN one. Okay, yeah, I was expecting that maybe they time it to the Chinese voice acting. Since it just occurred to me since we were talking last time about how they translate from the CN script. So I'm like, oh, maybe the timings of the subtitles are also for the CN voice acting, not the Japanese one. That's why, you know, like sometimes it's alright and sometimes they don't really match. But that's like the only thing. It would be nice if they could be timed for both, you know, for both things, but that's probably a lot of work. You know, having them timed to different voice acting. It's also in Korean, no? There's also Korean voice acting. Or no? No, it is in Korean, but it only has Chinese and Japanese, right? I don't remember now. I might have imagined that. The global localization is way more punching than the other servers, gotta give them props for that. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not talking about the localization, I'm just saying it would be nice if they could have timed the subtitles to Japanese voiceover. Since, you know, that's probably what most people are gonna use outside of CN. But I mean, other than that, it's you know, I have no complaints. It's great. And as I said, I was not expecting the double cutscene attack. But yeah, what I was saying before is that I just remember that I heard that we're also getting the follow camera or something during combat, I think. Kinda curious to see how that looks. I haven't actually seen anything about it. Cinematic camera, yeah, the third-person camera. Just in auto battles. Oh, okay. I see. Ichigan, observe light discipline. Fall back on top speed. Head to the northwest. Come on, run!
あのさ、別れ道に戻っておじさんたちに連絡してみよっか。
Whoever did the global titles took some liberties with the line, but in a good way. I mean, that's how localization works in general. As I've said multiple times. The term just got a bad rep because some companies have been doing weird stuff with it.
Should we head back to the fork and try to contact those guys?
Kluge glances back at the mine entrance. It was spewing flames and belching smoke like an actual smoke signal, sending a warning of danger into the distance. As she watches the plume of smoke rise into the sky, Kluge's gaze hardens. We're leaving. Hide for a 4 runs through the night as explosions go off non-stop behind them. God damn. That was incredible amounts of pick. But yeah, no, I'm gonna just say that I just brought up the subtitle thing, but because I had the revelation of like, oh, they're probably time for the CN voiceover. That's probably why they don't match. Just had like light bulb moment. But wait, there is more? Yeah. Oh god, we're almost at the end. Alright. Tunneling effect. Pass through, even if it seems impossible. They move quickly, avoiding elite attacks as best they can. But this sustained high output movement is rapidly draining what little of their charge remains.
隊長、20分以内に補給しないとペースを落とすしかなくなるよ。
Leader, we need to lower our travel speed if we do not replenish our power supply in 20 minutes.
分かったわ。現在の速度を保ったまま前進。
Understood. Maintain our current speed as we move on.
はあ、この方向で本当に合ってるの？
Are you sure we're supposed to be headed this way?
位置情報がないと どこに向かってるのか分かりゃしない。
Feels like we get lost easily without a GPS to track our position.
星座を見れば大まかな方角は分かるよ。
We can use celestial navigation.
ホワイトエリアやグリーンエリアよりも
Since there are frequent storms in this region, the sky is actually clearer than the greens and
臨
white
時拠
zones.
点の方角と大体合ってるかな。
According to the stars, we're proceeding in the general direction of our temporary base.
She knows how to use celestial navigation. Holy fuck.
補給できる場所があるかは
I wish I could do
分か
that.
らないけど。
That said, pinpointing the location of the supply cache we encounter along the way is going to be quite difficult.
けどってそれ一番最悪
Quite
じゃん。
difficult, you say? So, basically we're super screwed then?
They could internet install them, I mean true. Because of frequent storms it's easier to navigate. You can't see the stars through clouds. Oh no, I think what it meant is like, you know, since there's storms often, you know, usually after a storm the sky is like super clear before it goes again. It's like in cities with a lot of smog, you know, that it rains and suddenly the sky is visible. I'm like, oh. But like, not during the storm itself, of course.
本当にちゃんと証拠品を持ち帰れるかな。
Can we really take those soldier stuff with us?
考えただけで頭が痛い。
Just thinking about it gives me a headache.
We're basically super screwed. Meshti is a security activist Frontline. Come on. Yeah, come on, Meshti. You've been doing this for like over 10 years. Get on with the program.
あれ？ミシティがすぐに諦めないなんて珍しいのね。
Mesh isn't just giving up right away. That's new.
あんなこと言われちゃね。命がけで託されたんだし。
Well, they said all that stuff, and they even gave their lives for us.
アニメにも似たようなシーンがあったよ。よくわかんないけど。
I mean,
人間の基準で言えば
I don't really understand how this sort of thing feels, but I see it in anime all the time. In human terms, they will be a really great bunch of soldiers, right?
だから試してみたいんだ。自分もアニメのキャラみたいに託された使命を果たしてみたい。
So I
それって超かっこいいじゃん。
Oh, Meshti.
So I kind of want to try and be like those MCs in anime and face the mission that they entrusted to us. That would be super cool, right?
そんなのどうだっていいわよ。
That doesn't matter.
だけど
What doesn't matter, Belka? What are you talking about? Be more specific.
However,
Belka glances at Kluke, who's running at their head.
たとえここでスクラップになったとしても
This is just like my Japanese animals, Meshti. Yeah, basically.
even if I end up as a pile of scrap here, I'll make sure I help Vixis complete her mission first.
みんなやる気だね。
Looks like everyone's pretty motivated.
やる気があってもバッテリーがないよ。
Too bad motivation isn't the same as battery charge.
4人で帰れるかどうかも怪しいし。
Just having enough charge for the 4 of us to walk out of here would be good.
はあ、魔法が本当にあったらいいのにな。
If only we could use magic. Then I could say, someone's supplies, and a supply point would appear in front of us.
あるかもしれないわね、そんな魔法。
We should go ahead and say it then.
え？
補給所見つけたわよ。
Because we just found a supply point.
Wow, thank you, Meshti. Kluke gestures, signaling for the three of them to stop.
あれはマグニセキュリティ？
Are those Magni security personnel?
あいつら岩塩港にいるはずじゃ。
Aren't they all in the mine?
大方見張りと連絡のために配置された部隊ね。
They're probably sentries who are left aside to stand watch.
私たちが脱出したことはまだ知らないみたい。
They didn't find their escape
断
tunnel,
面口から一定範囲
but
内に
there's
検問を
most likely a
設置
perimeter
した
set
んだ。
up around the salt mine.
ちょっと待って、まさか補給所って。
Oh, wait a minute.
ダメ。
When you say supply point just now, did you mean... No, we can't. It's too scary.
待ってるだけじゃチャンスは来ない。人数も多くないし、勝算は十分ある。
There's no chance we'll make one. Besides, there aren't many of them. We still have a chance.
404戦闘準備。敵戦闘員を殲滅し、作戦物資を略奪。
High 4-4, prepare for battle. Eliminate all enemy units and plunder their supplies.
Woohoo! Plundering! How lovely. What is this green water? I don't like it. I love robbing dead bodies.
Hit
どうってことないわ。訓練の成果ね。
What do you mean your legs are being good? Clearly very healthy. I do not think
どう
so.
ってことないわ。
Looks nutritious.
交代するなら今のうちよ。
Do not drink the green goo. I heavily advise against it. How did he do that? You haven't touched your green goo. It's got vitamins. That's not avocado smoothie. It's green like trees, and trees are healthy. Are they though? Are they really?
引っ張らないでよ。ちゃちゃっと終わらせて
どうってことないわ。現実を知りなさい。目標沈黙。目標沈黙。
How many things does she do on that attack? Collapsed you. My doctor said I need green goo in my diet. Well, you have a whole river of it there. All the things. While the battle rages on, Rookie looks around from where she's hiding behind cover and sets her sights on a jeep that's guarded by only one trooper.
10時方向のマグニセキュリティ車両を強奪するわ。
Everyone, listen up. I'm going to seize the Magni security vehicle at my turn.
ビオカ、ミスティ、その場で敵の注意を引いて。
Velka, Meshti, stay pure and divide up the enemy with suppressive fire.
アンドレスは私と一緒に車内の敵を制圧。
And Doris, follow me and suppress the trooper near the vehicle.
はい。来るかい隊長。気をつけてね。お姉ちゃん。
Be careful, big sis.
早くしてね。こっちも長くは持たないから。
Hurry up, we won't last much longer over here.
行動開始。
Move out.
As Kuge gives the order, 4 Force dolls split up and deploy. The isolated Mangi security troopers are caught completely off guard by the sudden ambush and panic. Some of the men on the outer perimeter try to drive away, including the man Kluge marked earlier. And Doris opens fire to intercept him. Meanwhile, Kluge uses this opportunity to reach the vehicle.
死になさい。
Kluge coldly opens fire. Her bullet pierces the vehicle's windshield, and the driver is hit. He loses control of the vehicle, which comes barreling towards Kluge. Kluge seizes the opportunity and leaps on top of the vehicle before slipping into the cabin through a side window. She opens the door and throws the stunned driver out. Then she takes his place, steps on the gas and turns the steering wheel around, sending the jeep toward the other three dolls.
乗って引き上げるわよ。
Everyone, disengage and mount up.
Woohoo! Stolen car. Brutal, yeah. After hearing Kluge's command, the other climbs into the jeep. Kluge glances at the vehicle's GPS and quickly figures out their current location. She drives toward 404's temporary base, chased by the sound of Mangi Security's gunfire.
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
Oh yeah, look, I got the Kluge skin. Oh, the gun skin, I mean. Oh, on date? Of course. Of course. Not quite racist letting a guy's throat or Jiang Yu kick a guy's head all the way around. Yeah, that was something else. They sometimes speak English in the background when they fight against Mangi. Wait, really? I haven't heard that. Oh god, we're almost at the end. It's only been 2 hours, what do you mean? Wait, I have a Discord message. Nothing important, it seems. Just a notification from the Demon card game server. Alright, we're almost there. Time for balls. Oh my god, is it blood balls time? You weren't that far off. I mean, it looked like I was just kind of halfway through, but suddenly I'm finishing. I mean, yeah, I was okay. No, I was a bit more than halfway through. I didn't remember that I had so little left, and now I'm like, wait, what? What's the something? Anyway, let's go. Super luminal communication. It's been a long time since we last met. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's a cute icon. It's always Blood Balls time. Reunion? Ayo? After evading pursuit from Mangi Security, 44 organizes the various supplies inside the Mangi Security Jeep before topping themselves off at their own discretion.
適当に選んだ車がこんなに物資を積んでたなんて。
Good thing we pick a jeep with lots of
代用パ
stuff.
ーツはないか。
It's a shame there aren't any spare
電力
parts.
があるって素晴らしいな。
But having a full charge feels great.
適当なわけないでしょ。乗車人数は他より少ないけど、
I
轍の
didn't
深
pick
さ
it
は
at
同じ
random.
だった。
The
つま
vehicle
り、その分荷物を積んでるってこと。
I didn't pick it at random. The vehicle only had a fifth of its designated complement, but its ground clearance was as low as the other vehicles. That implied that this vehicle was heavily laden with supplies.
さすがお姉ちゃん。
補給が済んだら降りて。
Dismount once you finish your supplying.
マグニに追跡されると厄介だからここで乗り捨てるわよ。発信機がついてな
We
いと
don't
も
know if
限
there's
ら
a
ない。
tracker on this vehicle, so we'll have to go on foot to avoid Maggie security catching up with us.
ダウンロードした環境情報と静的マップを照合したけど、
I checked the
この辺に
environmental data stored in the
放棄された
vehicle
集落があるね。
against a static map of the region
みんな暗視
and
機能が
found an
損
abandoned
傷してる
settlement
し、
nearby.
コーラプスストームも近いから、
Since our night vision gear is damaged to varying extents and a collapse storm is coming, why don't we take shelter there, leader?
そうしましょう。
Right, let's do that. They climb down from the vehicle, then begin heading in the direction Andor's indicated, toward the abandoned settlement. Fortunately, 404 manages to reach the abandoned settlement before the collapse storm hits.
各自休憩。
Right, everyone, rest and resupply.
電力節約のために美容家とアンドリスは交代で暗視機能を使って。
In order to
照
conserve
明は全
power,
て落とすのよ。
Belka and
出ないと位
Doris
置
will
が
use
バレかね
night
ない。
vision in shifts. Observe light discipline throughout.
はい、隊長。
After that, the ruins are plunged into darkness. Rookie takes her terminal out again. She doesn't expect the signal to come back on for her. She doesn't expect the signal to come back on or for her to reply. Instead, she just stares at the long list of messages reading, "Where are you?" And it seems to grant her a small measure of peace.
あの連中と一緒だった頃は、毎晩明るい中でバカ騒ぎしてたのに。
When we were traveling with those soldiers, every night was always lit up. Now, I'm having a bit of trouble getting used to not having them around.
もともと人形に照明なんていらないけどね。
Well,
私と来る会も暗視機能が壊れてなければ
It's
明
such
かり
time.
なんてつけたことなかったよ。
well, we those never needed much in the way of light in the first place. And if it wasn't because Kluka and I got our night vision models damaged, we wouldn't use lights at all. Mercy leans against a nearby wall,
なんだか寝つけないや。
but for some reason, I just can't fall asleep. As Andoris polishes her gun, she begins unconsciously humming the soldier song.
アンドリス、その歌はやめて。今聞くとなんかおかしくなりそう。
Andoris, please stop. For some reason, it sounds really weird hearing that now.
あ、ごめん。つい。
I'm sorry, I did it without thinking. Unlike how the other three dolls are showing signs of relaxing, Kluge has calmed herself down and her expression is cold as she suddenly regards the box which the soldiers gave her.
この任務必ず成功させるわ。
I'm in so much pain.
We will succeed in carrying out this mission. The rope binding the box has come a little loose. Kluge carefully undoes it and prepares to tie it back up again.
隊長、8時方向に高熱源反応。
Leader, picking up a strong hit signatures at your 8.
全員遮蔽物に隠れて。
Everyone, take cover! Before Kluge can finish speaking, she hears the sound of bullets ripping through the air from behind and to her left. Since she can't see, she is forced to swiftly duck on pure instinct. Although she avoids being directly and fatally hit, the high-energy particle flux around the shots ruthlessly melts through her right elbow, and her forearm flies free, along with the case. No!
しまった、ミスティ。
Mercy, who's nearby, leaps out and grabs the box. Inertia sends her rolling across the ground, but the box, clutched tightly to her chest, is safe.
危なかった。
That was close.
ミスティ、後ろ。
Mercy, behind you! Meshti doesn't even get the chance to look back before a shockwave slams her into a nearby wall. The ruined wall collapses, and Meshti is pinned under part of it, unable to get free.
あなたはブルースフィア
Hello. She has her second form.
A creepy mechanical creature they've never seen before stands at the exact spot where Meshti has just landed. Mangi security troopers begin swarming in around her. That is a very cool shot. Woman! Speaking of arms, here's someone who has too many of them. It is a pretty good shot. She has a lot of arms. And extra legs also. She's pretty handy.
徒歩で追跡して不意打ちだなんて案外頭が回るのね。
So you dismounted ahead of time just to launch a sneak attack? Looked like you must have been beaten up pretty badly if you had to be this cautious.
これ以上の失敗は許されません
Indeed, no further mistakes can be allowed. Bluebeard waves a hand, and the troopers spread out, forming a rough semicircle. She stands in the middle of the encirclement, and she is truly a gruesome sight. Much of her synthetic skin has peeled off, exposing engorged muscle fiber bundles that bear scorch marks. I wonder why. Parts of the jet black metallic endoskeleton are twisted at bizarre angles, supporting her still vaguely human-shaped torso. From their configuration, her limbs can no longer be described as arms or legs. They are entwined together in a state that alternates between stiff and twisted, their ends split into what look like bestial or human hands. Kluge knows that this is definitely not normal, but she cannot work backward from Bluebeard's current state to figure out what she might have looked like before this. She looked like a patchwork mess of hastily cobbled together repairs. But close analysis reveals that the welding points between each segment of her body are very irregular, as though this was how they were meant to be. This creature looks especially gruesome against the backdrop of the night and the storm, as though she has abdicated her place as a doll. Only her emotionless face allows her to be identified at all.
変わった趣味してるじゃない。
You're looking pretty twisted.
こんなに早く追いついてくるなんて、ずいぶん必死なのね。
Oh, she lost the hat. God, whoever decided to tie Kluge's hair into a ponytail for Gears Frontline 2. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You must have been pretty desperate to have caught up with us this quickly, huh?
Oh, that's a great shot. Holy fuck. Oh, this is wallpaper material. Peak. Chef's kiss, truly. Epic.
Bluebeard, who had originally ignored Kluge's stance in favor of glaring at Meshti, suddenly raises a gun and points it at Kluge. Her target has already switched to her remaining left hand and has taken aim at her. She's so hot.
あの調査隊には手こずらされました。しかし、今のあなた方にはこの場を切り抜けることなど不可能です。
While the remaining members of the Survey Corps still manage to slow me down and inflict some damage, the four of you will not be able to leave this place.
なら試してみたら。
Let's find out then.
お姉ちゃんを傷つけたら絶対に許さないんだから。
I never forgive you, heart big sis.
Belkan and Doris point their guns at Bluespear, while Meshti struggles from where she's buried under the rubble. However, Bluespear pays no heed to her.
チップを渡しなさい。そうすればあなた方の任務は終了します。
Hand it over, and your mission will be over.
あんたを廃品工場にぶち込まない限りこの任務は終わらないわ。
It's only over when we send you to the recycling plant.
総員戦闘準備。
Ah, she's so hot. Drinkable only once in a lifetime. Just, yeah, once in a lifetime opportunity. Win within 7 turns. Should be fine, right? She's low level, so whatever. That is an amazing boss intro. Eldritch horrors beyond my comprehension, my beloved. I might need to go for reasons. Are you okay there, Suni? You holding out all right? Yes and no. I love when the doors are freaky. Yeah. In more sense than one. It's amazing to play the supply version of this fight first and then clear this way in an instant. I mean, the supply version was also pretty easy. I haven't done. I imagine there's a hard version in the challenge stages that I have not done yet. From the text, Bluespear was made like that. I mean, it's weird because they said... It's like they said... Like, Kluke says at one point when she's looking, just like... You know, she had like scorch marks from the explosions and so it looked like her body's damaged. But like, when she looks closely... Everything looks to be welded as it's supposed to be. So yeah, I guess she was always kind of spidery-like. I really had fun designing her, yeah. Her Druid expansion 44 is hard without good T-dolls. Yeah, I know she probably has some weird mechanics that we're probably not gonna get to see in this fight. Lingering impact crystals with varying effects. Deep blocker unaffected by control effects like a stun taunt, command, prohibition, or frigid. Large target cannot take cover due to its large size. Able to summon different support units. She fights by her lonesome, cutting off her own body to gain allies. Oh! Oh, okay, great! That's exactly what I needed to know. Thank you very much for the information. Yeah, I'm like... You know, I'm like, we're not gonna see any of that in this fight, but it sounds terrifying. One shot, one kill.
目標沈黙どうってことないわ
Wait, I wasn't ready. Yo, she lost her leg too. What's with the flare signal in the background? Hey, yo, what?
第二形態破損
Hey, yo, what?
不能
Oh! What the fuck? Sextons just like walks out holding her little hat. Oh, please tell me she's staying with us. I love her. And I know she was with us. I forgot she had gone with Grossa. So like see her walk out, like all smug like was like. Yes! I wish she was in the on the right outfit on the Gotsunda. I mean, I do prefer the aura, the smog aura of like walking out, you know, like holding the rim of her hat. But I'm like that. Those are not her. That's not her outfit right now. So we got the swag. She got all the swag. Sorry, that just made me very happy because I always love her design. Not really more appeal for this. Please understand, make it small in the company. I mean, they could have changed the sprite, you know, and be like, oh yeah, we just made up her own clothes again. I do really like the hood also too, though. She seems to be in better shape though than last time. Besides, you know, if they had these, they could have made the holding room of hat swag. So like, no complaints here. It looked very cool. The smugness irradiating from her was off the charts. She still sounds a little emotionless.
第二形態破損
Second form damage, unable to switch.
つまり第二形態に移れないほどのダメージを負ったということ。
So you're saying that she can't switch to her second form because her frame was damaged?
肯定
Affirmative. The doll called Sextans nods and coldly regards her former comrade.
警戒態勢を維持。
Stay alert.
ベプリー、ケロリック、404を起動基地に。早く。
Ripley, Krolik, get her phone to the vehicle. Now.
了解。
I'm more of a Arthur guy, but Sexton's aura can't be denied. Yeah, no, she's just aura farming constantly.
Blue Sphere is sprawled in front of the two of them. She raises her head and tries to make out the information her visual models are relaying to her.
セクスタンス
Oh, yo, she got a new sprite. Holy fuck.
故障を確認あなたは
Designation confirmed. You are
対象の識別不能
unable to identify subject.
もういいセクスタンスベプリーを手伝って
Of course, Bepley is already just having her help. What do you mean too heavy, Bepley, though? You're strong. Don't hide it now.
So heavy! Sextans, give Ripley a hand. The cold, unfamiliar gaze lingers over Blue Sphere for a moment longer, and then Sextans shakes her head, paying no further attention to the shocked Blue Sphere. She heads over to Bepley to help her and Krolik move for force frames.
Don't tell her she's an idol, don't tell her fan she's strong. As she watches the duel before them, Kluge snorts coldly. She had expected this match, but she's also a little disappointed. After all, she's not here. When she was facing off against Blue Sphere and at the end of her rope, she saw a set of blinking signals. Morse code for "Where are you?" At long last, the countless messages she had sent over all these years had finally been answered. I'm here. Although she was out of rounds, although she knew this was merely a signal to coordinate with her, at the most critical juncture, Kluge used the muzzle flash from her gun to respond to the signal. Because she knew that once the smoke cleared, everything will be fine, just like now.
リーバーの言ってた増援ってあんたたちだったのね。
So you're the backup Lima was talking about.
こんな頼りない援軍を送るなんていい度胸してるわ。
She's got a lot of guts to be bringing in such unreliable reinforcements.
ごめんなさい。あなたたちの位置を特定するのに手間取っていたの。
Forgive us. It took a while to pinpoint your positions. Kluge does not accept Gross's apology. She puts on a strong front as she turns away to survey her surroundings. Just then, that familiar voice finally comes through Gross's terminal.
久々に手を組むっていうのに釣れないのね、416。
It's been so long since we last worked together. So how about not being so picky, 416?
来るかいです。
It's Kluge now. After hearing her stubborn, proud voice, I sigh in relief. I have a lot to say, but I have no idea where to begin. The feelings between Kluke and me are like a recently undammed river, swelling yet still a little stagnant. As this mix of emotions washes over me, I reply with the crappiest line imaginable. That's what she just said, Commander, please! So, Kluke, is that your name now? Then let me try again. It's been a while, Kluke. Oh no, we're cringe. Always happy. This isn't a very long time for duels, but it seems to have caught Kluke off guard. What's that katak sound? Bluesphere doesn't bother waiting for them to finish their introductions as she begins emitting strange noises, which draw everyone's attention. Speech negative 100 real. You know, like emotional speeches to raise people to victory and whatnot, blah blah, you know, Commander has those on point. Talking to people? Not so much. Must complete the mission.
次回プログラムの起動を検知
Target self-destruct program has been activated.
次回どういうこと？
Self-destruct program? What's she trying to do?
クルカイ、その名前覚えておきましょう。
I will remember that name. Oh no, you gain an enemy. With that, Bluesphere closes her eyes. A blinding white light begins shining from the missing parts of her body.
次回コーラプスクリスタル全撃反応促進起動カウントダウン開始
Self-destruct, collapse crystal, wide area catalysis, activated. Initiating countdown.
20 19
20, 19.
クリスタル促進まずい
Collapse crystal. Catalysis?
何が起こってるの？
What's wrong?
このエリアには大量のコーラプスクリスタルが埋められてる。その全部が粒子を放出すればここはたちまちレッドエリアになるわ。
Radeus has planted large amounts of collapsed crystals in this area. If they all release their particles, this place will become an instant red zone.
こいつ触媒装置のスイッチを自分の素体プログラムと紐付けたのよ。
How do you like a knock of collaboration?
素体を
Again?
破壊しないと。
Ready? Another one? Come on. She must have linked the switch to her frame OS program. We need to destroy her frame before the countdown ends. Grossa opens fire and bullets rain down into the ruins of Bluesphere's body, but the program shows no signs of stopping.
キャロリック、素体の中枢を破壊して。
Krolik, destroy her torso.
よし、来た。
Right, coming.
もっと優しく
Gently. Krolik, who has already made it to the side of the jeep, dumps mesh gems of substance, who is already carrying Belka, and then charges towards Bluesphere while swinging her blade. However, the edge grinds to a halt after making contact with Bluesphere's skull.
切れない。こいつ何でできてるの？
I can't cut it? What the hell is she made of?
10 9
You're wasting too much time, ladies. 10, 9, 8. Bluesphere's countdown is still going.
全員撃て！
Everyone, open fire! The bullets throw up clouds of dust, but Bluesphere's self-destruct countdown continues inexorably.
3 2 1
3, 2, 1.
間に合わない。
It's too late. There's a blinding flare of light and the sound of an alarm. And then Blue Sphere's torso spews a shower of sparks before completely going dead. Everything is silent, and there is no change in their surroundings.
どうなってんの？何も起こらないじゃない。
Just a prank, bro.
What just happened? Did anything even happen?
キャロリック、クルカイを連れて総員退避。ベプリーは運転を。放射線量を測定して。
Korik, grab Kluke and get out of there. Vepli, you're driving. Give me a rating on the radiation levels in the area.
ベプリーにお任せ。
Leave it to Vepli.
I love Aphelion. Oh dear!
Another familiar voice comes from Grossa's comm terminal.
デール。
つまりその楽にしてていいぞ。触媒装置は停止させといて。
Basically, you don't have to worry so much. I managed to terminate that catalyst program.
Wow, okay.
ギリギリだったけどな。いや、危なかったぜ。前もってセクスタンスのプログラムを調べといてよかった。
Just barely managed it in time, though. Really a close run thing. Good thing I checked Sexton's OS earlier out of curiosity, so I managed to find a loophole I could exploit.
第三世代人形に使われた技術、かなり興味深いな。そのブルースフィアってやつの素材も忘れずに持ち帰ってくれよ。
13 dolls are pretty interesting. Make sure you bring back Blue Sphere's body afterwards.
え？何それ？最初から大丈夫だったってこと？なんでもっと早く言わないのよ。
Huh? So you mean the program didn't even turn on? Then why didn't you say so earlier?
確信がなかったからさ。ま、結果オーライだったね。
I wasn't even sure about it myself, so I kept quiet. Well, fortunately everything turned out fine.
続きは戻ってからにしましょう。ここにいると危険よ。
Bring her body back for research, right? I mean, Sunny, you don't want to research Blue Sphere's body? Is that what you're saying?
We'll talk about the rest later. That place is pretty dangerous.
I'm just clarifying. How are they going to hold a giant spider woman? Vepli.
Grossa, withdraw.
了解。
やっと終わった。帰ったら一日寝てもいい？やばい。
Vepli can probably carry her with one arm. Trust. That's a CJ I want to see. That would be so funny. It's still so funny to me that she's so strong. But she's like, oh no! I'm an idol. I'm so weak. I can't lift heavy things. Only like 145 centimeters. So yeah, she's so tiny, but like she's made of pure strength. And now we go to the end. Dark matter. The unobservable. Weak connections are gradually being detected.
メンタル接続。異常なし。
Neural link check. No abnormalities.
素体機能。異常なし。
Brain function check. No abnormalities.
セルフメンテナンス。起動中。10%。15%。
Self-diagnostic complete. Booting systems. 10%. 15%.
素体を変えたらすぐに目を覚ますはずなのに大丈夫でしょうか、クルカイさん。
Usually, dolls can wake up right after changing frames. Are you okay, Kluke?
もう一度パラメータの調整を。
Let
メ
me
ンタ
check.
ル接続正常、素体機能も正常。
Let me check her data again.
どうしてセルフメンテナンスがこんなに遅いんでしょう。
Her neural link is fine. Her frame functions are fine. So why is the self-diagnostic portion taking so long?
ここは俺が見てる。メイリンは休んだらどうだ？もう何日も徹夜続きだろう。
I'll keep an eye on her. Merin, why don't you go get some rest? It's been days since you last slept. God damn.
はい。何かあったらすぐに呼んでくださいね。
Okay. Then please contact me if anything comes up.
安心しろって。
Don't worry. Work more. I'm like, Kluge would probably, I feel like, on one hand, Mei would probably annoy her because like she cries over everything. But also at the same time, she would really like her since like, you know, she works so hard. As your newly activated auditory models detect the sound of departing footsteps, Kluge opens her eyes in the diagnostic capsule.
おはよう来るかい。って言っても今は夜だけどな。お前たちを回収してから1日以上が経過してる。
Good morning, Kluge. Although it's actually an item now, and it's been a day since they brought you back.
なあ、それはどうでもいいか。
But that's not important.
新しい素体の油圧シリンダーを試してみてくれ。
Give that arm of yours a workout and see if the hydraulics on your new frame are working well, yeah? Kluge obliges and raises her right arm. There doesn't seem to be any damage on her frame.
あの子たちは
What about the others?
メンタルのバックアップに手こずるほど損傷がひどかった。
You guys were really badly damaged, and transferring your local neural backups took a lot of effort.
お前はまだマシな方だ。残りの3人はまだ調整がいるな。
In your case, you were slightly better off. The other three will need more fine-tuning.
それと来るかい。ミシティのスイッチは確かにお前に預けたが、もう少し使いどころを考えたらどうだ。ミシティのやつかなり酷使された形跡があったぞ。
Also, Kluge, while I designed mesh this switch for you, could you at least try to limit the number of times you use it? She's exceeded her operational tolerances.
そうね。
え、それだけか。やけにしようらしいな。
Eh? Okay? Just like that?
もう一度メンタルをチェックしておこうか。人格設定に欠陥が出たら厄介で。
Want me to check your neural cloud again? The effects in your personality presets can be really hard to fix.
欠陥があるのはそっちでしょ。
You're the one with a defective personality.
After glaring at Deer, Kluge sits up on the examination slab. Deer sighs in relief after seeing her reaction. The look on his face seems to say that's more like it.
ここはどこ？指揮官は
Where?
ちょっと、なんであんたが指揮官と一緒にいるのよ。どうやって私たちを見つけたの？ブルースフィアの次回プログラムはどうやって止めたの？
The absolute shock.
Where are we? Where's the commander? This is the Elmo? Wait a minute, where are you with the commander? How did you find us? And how did you stop Lucifer's catalyst program?
おいおい、質問は一つずつにしてくれよ。
One question at a time. Do you think this is like stuffing data into a stack or something?
一つずつ答えなさい。
Fine then, answer one question at a time.
そうだな。順を追って説明しよ
Well, it's actually pretty complicated. Or so I'd like to say.
う。お前たちが消息を取ってから指揮官が俺に連絡してきたんだ。
Let's start from the part
こっちも
when
ちょう
we
ど
lost
現地で
contact
通信
with
障害の
you.
原因を探りたかったからエルモ号に乗ったわけだ。
When that happened, the commander managed to make contact with me. And as it turned out, I had to head down to the region to troubleshoot any network issues. So I got on the Elmo.
なんでもレナがものすごい剣幕でエルモ号に救援を要請したんだとか。 結局連絡がついたのは俺だけだったけど。
The commander said Lena sounded very worried when she contacted the Elmo, and urged the commander to send her dolls over to save you ASAP. But in the end, I was the only one she could get in contact with, and those dolls of hers put me through the ringer.
あのコルフェンってやつ、いつも笑ってる割には言ってることがいちいち鼻につくんだよな。
There was one called Kolfnev who was smiling with every word she said, but listening to her just turned my stomach. You're lapsed into complaining, but Kluge seems entirely unmoved.
要点は
Get to the point.
せっかちだなお前は。
Okay, okay.
このエリアに到着したら案の定通信管制にあった。性的マッ
He
プを
knows
見な
someone
がら
called me,
基
yeah.
局を一つずつ回ったよ。
So after we reach this area, we found our comms locked. We take our static maps and then take out several base stations. Most of them were old and poorly maintained, if they were maintained at all.
だが人為的に破壊されたものも多かった。指揮官は何者かがこのエリア全域の通信を妨害してるんだと推測した。
However, quite a few of them showed signs of being deliberately destroyed by human hands during the recent past. The commander concluded that someone was trying to cut comms to this region.
エルモ号の受信装置もここじゃ使い物にならなかった。ここを出れば信号は回復す
The
るが、
almost single
お
receivers
前
didn't
たちとは
work
連
there,
絡が取れなく
and
なる。
after we left, we got service back but still couldn't contact you.
ただ待ってるわけにもいかないからな。指揮官は人形たちをいくつかの隊に分けて、お前たちがリバと最後に通信した位置情報を頼りに
Just sitting around and waiting wasn't a solution
始めた
either.
ってわけだ。
So the commander organized the dolls into several squads and began searching in the direction you were headed when you last contacted Liva.
それで何を見つけたと思う？
Guess what we found?
クイズ番組のつもり
If you want to play a quiz show, you can head over to a TV station.
いや、雰囲気を和ませようとしたんだけど。
I just thought you seemed a little too tense.
グローザたちが捜索の途中で調査隊の兵士を2名救出した。結局助からなかったが、彼らが建てた臨時基地局は無事だった。
Anyway, while Gross and the others were searching, they found 2 troopers from the Servicorps. Unfortunately, they were too badly hurt for us to save. But we managed to protect the base station they set up.
つまり軍用回線は完全には死んでなかったのね。
So you're saying the military comms lines weren't completely cut off?
そう、簡単に言えばブロックされてただけだ。障壁を取っ払えば
That's
使えるが、
right. They were just
専用の
jammed.
設備なしじゃ難しい。
So once we broke the jamming, we could
エル
use
モ号
them.
の設備は充実してる。
And the Almo just so happened to have the equipment needed to do it.
あとはまあちょっと工夫しただけさ。臨時基地局のチャンネル設定を参考に
After
エルモ
that,
号の通信
I
モ
worked
ジュ
my
ールを
magic and
改造
modified the
して
Almost count models to match the wavelengths used by the temporary base
エルモ号が
stations.
移動基地局になったと思えばいい。
I'll skip the detailed technical explanation, but you can think of it as converting the Elmo into a mobile miniature base station.
そう
信号さえあればこっちのもんだ。メイリンに、ああそういえば。
Once we got the signal back, things went smoothly enough.
メカニックだよ。
And with Mailing's help,
大した才能だ。
Oh, you don't know Mailing, do you? She's the Elmo's machinist, and she's really good for someone so young. That said, she looked like she's constantly overworked.
さっきなんて今にも倒れそうだったから休ませたよ。
She looked like she was about to collapse from exhaustion just now, so I sent her back to her room to get some rest.
あの指揮官、しばらく会わないうちにお前より人使いが荒くなってて笑えるぜ。
It's only been a few short years, but the commander's evolved into an even better slave driver than you. Thank you, I guess.
要点だけ言いなさい。二度も忠告させないで。
Get to the point. Don't make me repeat myself.
わかったわかった。
Okay, I got it.
まあとにかくこのエリアには別系統の通信チャンネルがあることを発見したんだ。だがバリアが厚くてなかなか
They are mailing around the same age?
ブ
No.
ルースフィアって人形がお前たちの位置を特定して油断した隙にようやくハッキングに成功したわけだ。
They're still pretty young, but like he is a few years older than Mailing. Or he should be. Because I don't think we got his exact age during this Frontline 1, but he still was like teenager age. You know, he was more on the kid side.
Our mailing is like barely 18, I think. So yeah, he should be like around 25 or so. Anyway, after that, we found another signal in this region, being broadcast on a different network. However, the security level was really high, and we had trouble figuring out how to get in for a while. At least until that blue sphere doll dropped its security level for several minutes to verify your position, which allowed us to hack in.
あの時にはもう通信できてたってこと？それならなんで最後に現れたのよ。
If I remember correctly, Mailing is 21. Isn't she like 18? Early 20s? Oh.
So you could have contacted us back then? Why did you wait until the very end before revealing yourselves?
発見されるリスクがあるだろ
There was a risk we could have been discovered.
う。例えるなら他人の携帯で電話するようなもんだ。持ち主が調べれば一発でいつ誰と電話したかがバレちまう。
She can drink wine, so I guess she's 18 plus, cannot promote minor drink in game. I mean, the game has an M rating, so... The real question is, where is Seer? That is also very true. Where is Seer? I wanna see older Seer. It's like making a call with someone else's phone. It's fine if they didn't check, but if they had, it would have been revealed right away.
だからギリギリまで待つ必要があったのさ。
So we didn't step in until we absolutely had to.
それはあんたの判断？
And that was your decision?
俺は一回の技術屋に過ぎない。お前たちに何があったか知らなかったしね。
I'm just a
個人
technician.
的にはすぐにでも連絡したかった。
If it were up to me, I'd have contacted you right away. After all, I didn't know what happened to you, and contacting you sooner would have let me solve your issue sooner, right?
全部指揮官の判断だよ。
Truth is, it was the commander who told me not to contact you. As she senses the sheer amount of trust placed in her, Luke feels like a kitten is treading on her narrow cloud.
しばらく会わないうちに少しは成長したじゃない。
Looks like she's grown a little over the years.
で、お前たちの居場所を掴んでからはマグニセキュリティとブルースフィアの通信を傍受してた。
In any case, that's how we found your location and eavesdrop on Mangi Security and Blue Sphere's operations.
立派な軍人だよ、ディミトリー総長は。あの人が起こした爆発のおかげでブルースフィアは深手を負って第二形態に移行できなくなったんだ。
Sergeant Dmitry was a hell of a guy.
着く頃にはお前たちは全滅してた。
Thanks to the explosion he triggered, Blue Sphere's body was badly damaged. Enough that she took a long time to take her second form. Otherwise, you wouldn't have lasted long enough for us to get to you. Rice wine isn't a proper alcoholic drink, it's like Jolly Shandy. What's Jolly Shandy? Jolly Shandy. Its composition is mixed with lemonade and beer, containing under 1% alcohol. I mean, she still gets drunk from it, so... Rice wine is an alcoholic beverage, fermented from rice. Rice wine typically has an alcohol content of 10 to 25%. It is basically sake, yeah. I mean, in Japanese, it will be sake. I guess they don't call it sake just because it's Chinese and has another different name for it. Meet you. So yeah, it is an alcoholic drink. Basically. Conclusion. She works better when she's drunk. So yeah, Dmitry was a hell of a guy. Thanks to the explosion he triggered, Bluesphere's body was badly damaged, enough that she took a long time to take her second form. Otherwise, she wouldn't have lasted long enough for us to get to you.
総長とブルースフィアとの最後の会話聞かせてあげられなくて残念だ。
It's a shame he didn't hear your last exchange with Bluesphere. We got chewed out when she was drunk too. Oh yeah, play that. It was great. There's a wistful look on Deer's face.
それから起こったことも大体は見当がついてるんだろ
You can pretty much guess what happened after that, right?
セクスタンスの素体とメンタルをチェックしたがかなり独特な挙動をしてるよ前に遭遇したダーチュアとセクスタンスは
I checked Sexton's frame and Neurocloud and found that her operation mode was very strange. The commander said that when she met Dartur before this, she should have been working with Sextons.
ブルースフィアとダーチュアはお前たちのことを第二世代人形と呼んでいた
Combine that with how Bluesphere and
あいつら
Dartur
は自分
keep
たちを新型だと思ってる
Combine that with how Bluesphere and Dartur kept calling you second gen dolls. And that probably means that they saw themselves as dolls who will be the next generation.
セクスタンスのメンタルに残された情報を洗ったところ奴らは自分たちを第三世代人形だと認識していることが
I
分かった
verified that much after checking the information left over in Sexton's Neurocloud. They perceive themselves as third generation dolls. They perceive themselves.
だがどうも変なんだよな、メンタルを破壊されたはずなのにローカルメンタルは稼働してる
Still, her design is quite strange.
あいつなら何かわかるかもしれない
Her Neurocloud should have been melted down, but her local neural core is running fine. That's just weird. Want to ask Kliva about it on your way back? Maybe she will know something about it.
ああそういえばリバは今レナと一緒だどうもリバの方に何かあったらしくて指揮官との通信は全部レナが担当してる
Oh,
昨
yes.
日は指揮官に
Liva's with
お前
Lena
た
now.
ちを早く送り届けろとしか言わなかったけど
Apparently, something came up on Liva's side and the request for help came through Lena. The commander contacted them yesterday, but it was Lena who picked up. And she just told the commander to send you guys over ASAP.
送り届ける
Send us over? Kluke looks doubtfully at Dyer, but after saying that he seems clueless too, she decides to drop the question.
まあいいわ後で彼女に連絡する今までのお礼もたっぷりしないとね
Forget it. I'll contact her later, and I'll make sure to settle things with her too.
それとブルースフィアを止められたのはセクスタンスを解析したからなのね
Also, you managed to stop Bluesphere because you examined Sextons, right?
そうだ同じ第三世代人形なら設計に何かしらの共通点があるはずだからね
Yep, since they were both Turgeon dolls, there was a high chance that their designs share certain commonalities. So we tried to hack Bluesphere's Neurocloud using the loopholes we discovered in Sextons.
あの時彼女はお前たちを追うのに必死で少しも異常に気づいてなかったよ
Fortunately, she was so engrossed in pursuing you four that she didn't notice what we were doing. Then we discovered that scary switch inside her.
ヒヤヒヤしたぜ核爆弾の発射スイッチに等しいからな
It scared us half to death. It was pretty much a nuclear launch button.
ブルースフィアマグニセキュリティそれから背後にいるあのグループ彼らの
The
犯
sphere,
した罪は
Mangi
よう
Security,
やく明るみに出
and the
るわ
organization behind them. Their sins must be brought to light.
まあそうなんだけど
I'm with you there, but
どうしたの
But what?
お前らが持ち帰ったチップにちょっとした問題が起こってて
did you know that chip you were protecting? Well, there's a problem with it.
どういうこと
No.
そう焦るな完全に壊れたわけじゃない一時的なデータ破損で読み取れないだけだから
Hey, relax. It's not completely broken.
It's just the data on it is damaged, and it can't be read for the time being.
何が原因なの
What caused it?
ブルースフィアのやつよほど慎重だったようだお前たちは最後の最後にしてやられたわけだ
Turns out that Blue Sphere was being really cautious, even though she looked like she was spacing out. She managed to get one over you in the end.
あいつが自戒するときに光ったのを覚えてるか？あれは強力な磁気パルスだったんだよ。
Remember the light from her when she triggered her self-destruct? It wasn't simply her burning her components out, but a powerful EMP. Oh, fuck her! Well, if it was a EMP, how did it not affect the dolls?
磁気パルス
An EMP?
ああ、そこまで難しい技術じゃない。コストも低いしね。
Yeah, it's not like it's complicated tech and pulling it off didn't need any special equipment.
だが厄介なのは、単射程内にあるチップと録音装置を磁気不良。つま
The
り、
problem
使用
is,
不能
at
な
close
状態にして
range,
しまう点だ。
it managed to degauss the chip and the recorder you were protecting.
修理はできないの
Can the information be recovered?
メイリンといろいろ試してはみたが、今はお手上げ状態だな。
Melling and I tried, but there's nothing we can do about it in the short term.
もともと俺たちの専門じゃないし、可能性はまだ十分ある。詳しい知り合いに当たってみるよ。
That said, this isn't our field of a specialty, so we can't completely rule it out yet. I'll contact friends of mine who are experts in this and see what they can do.
早くなんとかして
Get it done ASAP.
もちろん。けど今はチップも録音も指揮官に預けてある。
Alright. We left the chip and recorded with the commander for the time being.
なんで指揮官にこれは404が引き受けた依頼よ
Why did you give them to the commander? It was a request for 404. After thinking about the dangers hidden behind this mission, Kluge is reflexively attempting to exclude the commander from getting involved with them.
レナにそうするよう言われたんだ。昨日指揮官と連絡したときに。
Then I passed on the message when she contacted the commander yesterday.
そうだ。さっき指揮官がカリーナから連絡を受けたとかで指令室に入ってったぜ。
Oh yes, I think the commander said something about Kalina making a call to her. She's already in the ops room. Do you want to go and see her? I already loaded a map with the element to your local storage.
分かったわ
Still amazed that Deer has such a nice voice? Yeah, he does. That chip better not be completely lost. Otherwise I'm gonna fly to Mika headquarters and cry at the doorstep. As I'm discussing 404's mission with Leva and its links to the Elmo's previous encounters, I hear the door to the ops room slide open behind me. Unsurprisingly, the person standing at the door is Kluge. As I think about our previous, somewhat awkward call, I quickly adopt a relaxed and casual attitude.
修理は終わったの？相変わらずいい仕事をするのね、デールは。
So, all fixed up now?
今度メイリンの指導を頼んでみようかな。
Looking good. I should have Deer help Mailing look at the breakdowns on our side if he can spare the time.
指導料をいただけるなら
Provided you can afford to pay for a mechanic's expertise.
ああ、今は持ち合わせが少ないの。少し負けてくれると助かるんだけど。
Hopefully it won't be too high. I'm kind of broke right now.
はいはい、そこまで。隊長になってからやけにお金にうるさくなったわね、来る会は。毎月えげつない量の領収書まで出してくるし。
My wife! Yes, leader Kluge. Ever since she became our field leader, it's been nothing but money from her. She sends me a long list of bills, fully itemized too, I might add, at the start of each month. Damn, fully. Well, she's diligent.
前任者がもう少し財産を築いていれば、私も口うるさくせずに済んだんだけど。
I wouldn't mind being more relaxed about our finances, but unfortunately my predecessor didn't live up. A what? A pfennig? A pfennig? What the fuck is that? A monetary unit of Germany, under the introduction of the euro. Are they still using those? She's calling you out, Leva. way she says it so innocently.
Oh, this fucker. She's just like, me?
What? So you're blaming me for this?
他に誰がいるのよ。
Who else could it be?
デールから聞いたけど、レナばかりに指揮官と連絡を取らせてるんですって。あんたは何してたのよ。
According to Dear, Lena's the one who's been contacting the commander recently. Have you been busy lately? You never mentioned it in our previous calls. What are you busy with?
I love them. I love their banter so much. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, I miss their banters.
もう指揮官も知ってるでしょ。カリンに頼まれてた件よ。ほら、あんたたちが ODE01 で使ってたあれ。カリンたち、ここのところ大忙しなのよ。
In short, I'm helping Kalin look into that matter from before. The commander should know about it too. Basically, that little ruckus you all kick off in ODE01. Kalin and the others are going all googly-eyed trying to sort things out. Unlike dear little Kluke who can gallivant all over the yellow zones as she pleases, we have lots of work to do.
Nobi nobi ですって？言葉の意味を分かって使ってるの？
Gallivant? Do you even understand the meaning of that word?
あんたね、こっちが。
Listen, do you...
聞きたいことは分かってる。
I know what you want to ask me.
Wow, the sudden tone change. Wait, let me hear that again. Sorry, I just... Every time they banter, I just go insane.
あんたね、こっちが。
聞きたいことは分かってる。第三世代人形のこと、それとカリンたちの件がそっちと関係あるかでしょ。指揮官も知りたいんじゃない？
You want to know if the Thirjan dolls and what's happening on Kalin's side are related to 404's mission, is that right? You want to know too, don't you, Commander?
ええ。
それが私にもさっぱり。
Well, I don't know.
The smile fades from Liva's face on the projection monitor. You know she's serious when she stops smiling.
手がかりはあるけど、それが何を示してるかはわからない。確証が得られるまで、いかなる情報も開示しないようカリンに言われてるの。
We found some clues, yes, but we still don't know where these clues would lead. Our investigation isn't complete yet, and until we do verify that these clues are useful, Kalin asked me not to reveal anything over wireless transmissions.
慎重なのね。
Cautious much?
安心して、指揮官を信用してないわけじゃないから。
Don't worry, it's not because she's wary of you, Commander.
本題に戻るわ。今回の任務で分かったことを振り返ってみましょう。
But back to the point. Let's go over what you discovered during this mission, Kluke.
指揮官たち ちの他のエリアでの調査結果と照らし合わせれば、パラデウスがユナイタスを使ってコーラップス放射線に関する実験をしていたことは確かね。
From what you and the commander have learned, Paradeus is definitely using their unitates to perform experiments linked to collapse radiation. And the place Kluke and the others visited was one of their test sites.
ブルースフィアが最後に起動しようとしたのは、コーラップス粒子の放出速度を調整して一定範囲内の放射線量を変える装置よ。
What Blue Sphere was trying to activate at the end was a release mechanism that Paradeus used to regulate the release of particles from the collapsed crystals. A device which will allow them to control the radiation intensity within the area.
それも今、私たちが追ってるわ。
And that's what I'm looking into.
現段階では、パラデウスがマグニセキュリティとその背後にあるセシュト&ファルベンとのつながりがあることしか推測できてない。
It's just a conjecture, but we can be sure that it's related to Paradeus, Mangi Security, and Search Fabn that's backing them. Leave us and over some files.
チップのデータをすぐに復旧する必要があるけど、あなたたちは目立ちすぎるわ。
We need time to record the data on the chip. You're too big a target now.
リバ、私たちのメンタルにブルースフィアとマグニセキュリティとの戦闘、それからチップを読み取った記録があるわ。
Liva, our neural clouds have logs on our encounters with Blue Sphere and Mangi Security, as well as what we could read from the chip.
人形のメンタル記録が証拠能力を持たないことはあんたも分かってるはずよ。
But as you know, don't neural logs are not admissible as evidence in a court of law. Why not? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't know. Why not?
セシュト&ファルベンを訴えるにせよ、グループとパラデウスのつながりを追うにせよ、チップの中身は必要不可欠。
What was Grace Company called again? I forgot, but it's not been mentioned. With how easy the old memory can be edited, I can see how it's considered unreliable evidence. Galatea, that was, thank you. Very easy to tamper. Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking, isn't that true of any sort of data, anyway? or are dull neural logs easier to tamper with than everything else? Whether it's laying charges on Sex Fam or looking further into the organizations behind Paradeus, we need the chip and the information on it.
何よそれ。今は何もできないって言いたいの。
So there's nothing we can do now?
タイミングを待つと言った方が正しいかしら。
Well, I guess you could buy your time? Thank you for sharing finance information. Thank you for dropping by, Tenshi. Have a good day or night. On the screen, Leva is constantly fiddling with the interface. Her attention is clearly on other things.
そういうことだから来るかい。新しい任務よ。404はエルモ号と同行して証拠の護送をお願いね。
You've got a new mission now, Kluke. 404 will be escorting the evidence and keeping it safe.
リバ
まあまあ、そんな顔しないで。
Ah, don't make that face.
気に食わないのはわかるけど、今回の任務、もともとはパラデウスの行方をつかむのが目的よ。404は失敗したわけじゃない。
I know you're not happy with this outcome, Kluke, but 404's mission has always been to investigate Paradeus movements. So technically you haven't failed, right?
わかってる。あんたなんかに慰められたくないわ。
I know that. I don't need you to comfort me.
She deflated so fast. After being so angry, now she's all pouty.
じゃあ、指揮官に慰めてもらったら？
Then what if the commander comforted you instead?
え？なんて？
Commander is just like, oh, what? Me? When am I being brought into this?
Oh, fine. I won't mess with you anymore.
I forgot the commanders in the scene. Yeah, they just take over in any scene they're in. I can feel that even Commander was just like watching their back and forth, like, ah, yes, just like the good old days. And suddenly was brought back to reality.
But the Almo and 404 have been revealed to the unknown mastermind behind all this. I'll do my best to erase all traces of your activities, but there's only so much I can do. I might be able to help a little in the green zones, but in the yellow zones, where there is no governmental oversight, well, be careful on the road to leave.
分かってる。
今回は本当にお疲れ様。任務とはいえ、ヘルモ号なら快適だろうし、しばらく休憩するといいわ。メンタルの調整も兼ねてね。
Thank you for your hard work. Well, it's supposed to be a new mission, but you'll be in the Alma, so life for you should be easy. 404 should just relax and treat it as a vacation and use this time to sort your nerve clouds out.
じゃあ、今日はこの辺で。指揮官、私の代わりに面倒を見てあげて。
Anyway, that's all for now. Take good care of them for me, yeah, Commander?
任せて。
Leva's image vanishes from the projection monitor and the option falls silent. I struggle to find something to say that can break this awkward silence. Also, can I say that I just love that Leva ended all that? Because just like, take care of them for me, Commander. She's like, ah, 404. Sorry. I love them so much. Now back to the awkward silence. Claudia and I haven't met in a long time, and her face looks downcast. She must have a lot to say, both about the 10 years which have passed, and everything which just happened, but I don't know exactly where to begin. She stares hard at me, and finally she sighs.
人形たくさん増えたんですね。
You've got a lot of dolls in your vehicle.
グローザは知ってるわよね。他はみんな新しい仲間よ。後で紹介するわ。
Yeah, you know Grossa, there were others who joined after her. I'll introduce them to you later.
ふん。グリフィンを離れても、グリフィンの指揮官は随分と人気なんですね。
Even after leaving Griffin, Griffin's commander is still as popular as ever.
持ちつ持たれつよ。イエローエリアみたいな場所じゃ。
We're just making a living together. In the yellow zones, there are safety in numbers.
今はカリンがスポンサーだから、404は間接的にうちの親組織になるのかな。
Actually, since Kalin is my employer, does that mean 404 are my bosses by proxy? Oh no. Don't give her ideas.
へえ、親組織。
Oh no, why did you say that, Commander? Chuckles, I'm in trouble.
So I'm your boss now, am I?
それなら、こき使わせていただきますから、覚悟してくださいね。
Works for me. 404 will definitely be making the most of that.
かしこまりました。エルモ号の設備と部屋はどうぞご自由にお使いください。
Alright, feel free to help yourself with the Alma facilities, boss. Go ahead and pick any room you like.
何かあれば遠慮なく命令に。あなたの忠実なるブリーフ認定賞金ハンターがお使いいたします。
If you need anything, feel free to look mailing up. I should order it for you. So don't hold back. Your loyal, brief registered bounty hunter is always at your disposal.
She can folding faster than a folding chair. She's so relatable. She's like me for real, for real.
報告書を書くから部屋をお願いできる？
Then get me a room so I can write up a mission report.
任務を終えたばかりなんだし、少しは休んだら？
But you've only just completed your mission, haven't you? Won't you get some rest?
あなたみたいにたるんでませんから。
Do you think everyone's as slack as you?
ごもっともでございます。
Oh, yes, the boss is always right. Good luck, boss.
指令室を使っていいわ。誰も邪魔しないよう言っておくから。あ、ついでにエルモ号の状態をモニタリングしてくれると助かるな。
Anyway, the ops room should work for that. I'll tell the others not to bother you. Oh yes, help me keep an eye on the MBV while you're here.
わかりました。
In the end, Kluge is the only one left in the ops room. She doesn't start working right away. Instead, she sighs and looks out the window. The yellow sun at night is no different from the countless other nights she's spent. Slowly, a greenish-gray mist spreads from the horizon, and she knows the dawn is coming. Operation Smoke Signal did not end in a satisfactory way. Those men who gave their lives to pass on their warning were ultimately buried in the land they sought to protect. In that place which was furthest from the sun, they gave their lives to illuminate the land. The choking sands swallowed their battle cry and the truth. The war cast out those broken soldiers, and the passage of time saw to it that they were forgotten. Such unfairness and injustice can be seen everywhere. Those soldiers who protected their land have even forgotten what their homes ought to look like. Fluky looks at the door the commander left through, and her thoughts turn inward. Of course she's happy to be reunited with the commander. Of course she's happy that her long years of reaching out have finally been answered. However, what awaits them both is deeper and graver danger. While she believes in herself, after what she's been through, she can't be entirely certain that she will not be swallowed up by the night. But at the very least, the dawn has come. At least, she will no longer be wandering at that faraway Aphelion. On the distant horizon, the sun slowly rises.
Everyone salute.
A moment later, a fragmented melody echoes through the ops room, bereft of the passion it once had. I will complete your mission. After all, I'm luckier than you, because there's no way the person I found will just sit back and hide in a hole. Of this, Kluge is certain. The beats and pieces of the tune gradually coalesce into an orderly melody, praising the ideals of old and longing for the home of today. But the sun is still here, and the land is still here. I hope the dreams in this song will leave this barren, empty land. I hope it will become the rays of daybreak that will cut through the darkness, shatter the endless night, and ignite the light of dawn.
They had to hit me right in the feels at the very end. Just don't have it around Suomi, yeah. Just make sure Suomi's not around when you're having it. Or we might have trouble. Simply Kino, real. Inside a simply furnished office, a middle-aged man in a suit is listening to Cocoon's report on the situation.
ブルースフィアは自戒した際に磁気パルスでチップのデータを消去しました。
Bluesphere successfully triggered the EMP before her body was destroyed. The contents of the chip were destroyed, and all the members of the Survey Corps have been eliminated.
復旧される可能性は
Wait a second. Nothing. I'll say nothing. What are the chances that the data can be recovered?
ありません。
Non-existent.
この磁気パルスはスチュワートグループによる最新特許技術の結晶です。
This technology uses the latest developments from the Stewart Group and guarantees the complete elimination of all data within the target media.
最後に送られてきた情報
According to the last telemetry from Blue
ブルー
Sphere,
スフィアは
she was attacked by someone other than Hide404 and the Survey Corps.
第三者による襲撃を受け大破したそうです。相手の正体は分かりませんが、
The attacker's identity was
セクスタンス
unknown,
がいました。
but Sextans was among them, as she did not recognize Blue
ブル
Sphere.
ースフィアを認識できなかった様子。
セクスタンス襲撃者の目星はついたか
Can you identify the attacker?
戦場処理部隊が到着した頃にはブルースフィアの組対を
There
含め
was nobody left by the time the
いかなる
cleanup
痕跡
forces
も残され
arrived.
ておりませんでした。
Blue Sphere's body was gone too, and they couldn't find any usable leads.
組対とともに自戒しておりますので、
However, Blue Sphere's self-destruct was coupled to a narrow cloud meltdown, and her access privileges were summarily terminated as well. So there is no chance information about us could be leaked.
セクスタンスの状態を鑑みるに、襲撃者は以前
Considering
例の
Sextant's
座標に位置する
condition,
集落へ侵入したものと
it is highly likely that this unknown attacker may be related to the individuals who infiltrated the Paradeus settlement at coordinates XX352E20012OEX.
早急に裏を取れ
Find them ASAP.
それから404の人形たち気になりますね。
Also, I am quite interested in those dolls from 404.
調査は済んだのか
Have you looked into them?
当然です。
Yes, of course.
彼女たちは人形が自主管理する小規模の武装部隊です。
They are a small-scale armed group of dolls who manage themselves and typically accept commissions through
客層は
email.
闇ブローカーからホワイトエリア
Their clients range from ordinary underground brokers to major consortiums in the green and white
ま
zones,
で及びます。
and some of their commissions even originate from the government.
今回は非軍事勢力管理局の依頼であのエリアで活動する
Their
違法
assignment this
PMC を
time was from the
取り締ま
NAFA,
るだけのはずです。
and their stated objective was to investigate illegal PMCs in the region.
つまりアクシデントだったと
So you're trying to say that this was an accident?
ええ、表面上は
That's how it appears, at least.
けれど
However,
404には表舞台でも活躍する人形が2体存在します。
there are two dolls within Hide 404 who have not taken part in field operations for a very long time now.
同時に近頃ジラードグループに探りを入れている管理局員は人形のボディーガードを4体連れています。
Meanwhile, a certain NAFA official looking into the activities of the Girard Group
戦術の2
has
体
recently
と
gained
一致
a
しました。
bodyguard detail of 4 dolls, 2 of whom are registered with the same names as them.
Cocoon recalls the doll who had once matched wits against her. It would seem that her hasty handling of that data from before had indeed left a loophole which had been exploited. Wait, did we see this? Or is this something that will be shown later?
At the same time, the mysterious man realizes what she's hinting at.
なるほど任務を続けろ
404
Carry on with your mission. Just before the middle-aged man is about to hang up, Kukuna stops him.
ブルースフィアの件どうするおつもりですか？
Sir, if I may ask, how do you intend to dispose of Blue Spear?
新しい素体を支給し、戦場処理の任を引き続き担当してもらう。
Issue her a new frame. She will continue handling battlefield eliminations.
閣下はブルースフィアにだけはお優しいのですね。
Sir, it seems you are being exceptionally lenient toward Blue Spear.
コマに厳しくする者がどこにいる？
Nobody will be harsh on a tool.
自分の任務に集中しろ。
Focus on your
お前
tasks.
とお前の隊には期限までにあれを満足させる成
I
果を
will
上げ
need
て
you
もら
and
わ
your
ねば
team
困
to
る。
deliver a result that will satisfy it, at least until the deadline. The middle-aged man raises his chin slightly. It seems he is displeased.
閣下のご命令とあらば。では良い週末を。
Of course, sir. Have a good weekend.
The transmission ends. They can't just end it like that! Fuckers. Classic Mika. I missed credits in events. Ending songs, yeah. I miss it. I hope we get those back. But anyway, that is Aphelion. Mika has asked if we will like create songs again in the service. Have they? I hope everyone has been saying yes. I have not been answering service. But don't play for a computer enough. I should probably be more aware of when there are services going on and answer them. Anyway, let me go back to here for a second.
Baby?
She knows I'm done with Aphelion, and now she's like, where food? There's one right now, I'm gonna answer it right away. At the end of each event there are? Oh. I'm gonna add the like ending songs, please. Now we shall hate Paradeus more in memory of Dmitry and his squad, real. Probably for the endings for Arcsign will be good. I mean, for the major events will be nice, just like they used to do. You know, it doesn't have to be for every event, like the quote-unquote character events. Whether they're main story relevant or not. You know, they're shorter, so... whatever. You can skip. Create songs, ending songs on those ones. But like, imagine, you know, like the ending we just saw of Aphelion, when with the Elmo running into the dawn, and with that internal monologue of Kluke, and then like credits roll, and after the credits we get like the scene in the office, and you're like, oh, you know, it hits different. 100% cinema. Because I mean, that's kind of what they used to do. They started doing that a lot in this Frontline 1, in which, you know, you'll reach the ending that quote unquote kind of feels like an ending. You know, it feels like closing of something, like that entire monologue with Kluke, as I said, with the Elmo. That you know, that sort of thing feels like an ending. You know, feels like a closing thing. Then you know, you get the credits, you get some amazing song, and then after it's like the after credits scene. that might not really feel, that usually don't super feel like endings. You know, they don't have the same impact of an ending. But it's alright because you're like, oh, it's an after credit scene. Because otherwise, the thing with this is like, you know, that was very much an after credit scene in The Office. But since they ended there with like nothing in between, it's like, I don't know, I feel like it takes away from the impact of the ending. Because it just, you know, that one doesn't have like a monologue kind of thing ending. It just ends. You know, it's just like the call ends. And it leaves you like hanging. It's like, ooh. But it doesn't feel like closing, as you could say. I don't know if you guys get me. I'm back, drops credit song. That was epic. But yeah, I don't know if you guys get my point. It's like, you know, it's like the feel of it ending, you know, that epic feel of like, oh yeah. And then you get the after credit scene that's like, oh? Instead of getting them like back to back. That's how they should do it. Go answer the surveys and be like, bring back ending songs and after credit scenes. I know you guys know how to do it. Roger, let's go. Oh, that was great. That was so good. Slow shock ending broke me. That was. Sheesh. Not to wait for the next event. Escape from Cyborg. Is the? I mean, I'm gonna stream it either way, but is the Vector event like main story or not, or is it like side story? I'm getting conflicted. Conflicting statements. What a good question. Is that main? They're probably testing out if they build one credits or not for major events. The thing is that, you know, I feel like only OG players will know. Because, you know, new players won't have the knowledge of how they used to drop credit songs and then drop you an after credit scene like a fucking movie. And I don't think there's that many gachas that do it. So, you know, it's like they really need. This is really a thing of like the old players need to come up and be like, "Hey guys, bring back the credits for major events." You know, you don't need to do it for every event or like for story chapters, but you know, they were really cinematic for major events. And as I said, I feel like they would hit better than what they did now. Because it's kind of a, I guess it's too much of a tonal shift, you know, to go from that epic cinematic like internal monologue ending with Kluke on the Elmo, etc, and like the whole thing of like looking at the dawn and the sacrifice of the soldiers and etc, that whole poetic thing, and then like jump straight into like in some office somewhere there's this mysterious conversation going on. But like if there was a credit sequence in between, it will be absolute peak. I mean, it's still great, but like, you know, it hits different. Not the same feeling. But anyway, damn. 3 hours and a half is still a good stream. Probably gonna take the chance that I finish early to go rest. Maybe eat. I eat like noodles for breakfast, so I'm not that hungry, so I'll probably just chill until I have to go pick up my sister. But yeah, since we'll be getting both Gears Frontline game updated next week, I'm not gonna bother starting Neurocloud tomorrow. Because we already finished the Sentinel event at long fucking last, and I need to start the Center Racy one. But you know, I don't want to start it just to have to drop it next week. So instead of that, I'll be doing some more Expedition 33 tomorrow. At the same time. Because I don't think I'll be able to cut the grass. It's gonna be raining all weekend. So we'll just be starting at the same time. So yeah, tomorrow, some more Expedition 33. I've been playing it too now. It's so good. It's so good. I haven't played it more since stream yesterday. I mean, not the day before yesterday. So I'm excited to continue. So yeah, I'm like, might as well take this chance and just continue it tomorrow, since, you know, there's no point in starting the new Neurocloud event, knowing that we'll have Isolation Forest and the Vector event next week. The grass will be untouchable real. So yeah, tomorrow, more Expedition 33, since we already finished Aphelion. Since some soon Expedition 33, damn. But yeah, so that's gonna be happening tomorrow. During the week, I'll probably do like Sonic and Expedition 33, because I do want to finish Sonic Gens. Shouldn't take that long anyway. And then after that, I'll probably focus on Expedition 33. And yeah, on the weekend, there's more Gears Frontline time. Woohoo! Oh man, I'm excited to see Vector's event, even if it's not gonna be voiced, which is a shame because sorry Hayami. But you know, still. How much currency do I have? Now that I think about it. I have, let's see. I have almost 190 pools. I should be fine, right? I have exactly... Actually, let me just convert them. I don't know why I just don't buy the tickets. Targeted access. It's like, I'm not gonna use the collapse pieces on anything else. Yeah, 187 pools. And I don't roll for copies, so... should be okay to at least get Vector. Now the issue is that whether I will lose 50-50 or not, because as I said, I mentioned that I've been very lucky with Kluge and Meshti. I've gotten both them and their weapons without missing any chance thing. So now I'm like, it's only a matter of time until they start hitting me with the losing 50-50s. $70 pulls, no monster energy addict, such. Which costume you getting for Vector? I don't know. I'm conflicted because I really like the school uniform one because she looks really cute. But like, I really like her default clothes. Like, her drip is immaculate. I love it. Her drip is just on another level. So like, I'm so conflicted. Her default is so sick, yeah. I'm getting her customizable one. Are both of them customizable? Customizable? Or is just the one you buy? Because I know the one that you can customize, you can also make the Halloween skin. There's only one Halloween skin, the one that had like the cat ears and the cat paws. It's like 3 skins in one. It's crazy. And I wish you got cleaner Vector costume from the Division Club. I mean, that's not gonna happen because Ubisoft over Ubisoft getting mad and Mika trashed their game. Yeah, it's a high school one. Yeah, you get the high school skin, an outfit like that's very close, or I think you can build it up. I've only seen parts of it. I haven't seen it like fully built up, but it looks very close to the Girls Running One outfit, and the Halloween outfit from the also a Girls Running One skin. The uniform jacket is so cool. I want one. Yeah, that's her. The school uniform skin is also very cool. So I'm like. But I'm just like, her drip, her default outfit is really so cool. I'm so conflicted. Maybe now with the new subsidiary could be a possibility. Who knows? Her default is so good, yeah. That was so peak. I love Mika writing. But yeah, no, I just love. I'm thinking of like using, Cloaky designs and Vector Frontline 2 designs, and maybe an inspiration from whenever I'm able to get a new outfit, because I'm just like, oh, that looks so cool. The tactical is off the charts. Especially Vectors. I'm just like, yeah, that is so peak. That is like everything I like in a design put together. The only thing she needs is to be like showing Tommy, and I will just be on the floor, dead, deceased. It's perfect. So yeah, I'm very excited for Vector next week. As always, I don't think I'll be pulling on a stream unless I forget to pull by myself for some reason. But yeah, I don't usually pull a stream because I'm, there are people that kind of dedicate. there are gacha streamers that put on a stream and do their crazy things. do the wailing and whatnot, and I do not. So I'm like, there's no point of me rolling on a falling on a stream. I feel like there's no point because I get the character. I'm like, okay, yay, let's move on. Let's get to the game. You don't want the bad dude. You know, it's not that. It's just that, you know, usually when people stream their pools, they're like the gacha content creators. And usually they're like, oh, you know, I'm pulling like all copies or whatever, you know, and they spend like all their pools or whatever. And they like get everything max and whatnot. And I'm just like, no, I'll just roll. I get the character, and if I get the character, cool. If I don't get it, it's like, oh well, let's move on. I said I reached a point in gachas that I'm just like, I don't really care anymore. Like the only character I will most likely spend for if I don't manage to get her will be Leva. Anyone else, I'm just like, yeah, I'll just wait for a rerun. You know, no skin off my back. That's also why I don't pull copies, you know, because I'm like, okay, I got the character, good. And I've been lucky with the weapons, but also I don't... You know, my mentality with weapons is like, I'm gonna roll until I get like the first elite weapon. You know, and if I get the character weapon, cool. If I don't, I'll stop and save for the next one. People are gonna spend a lot of money when Levi's out, as they should. That's why I don't usually pull for weapons. I just want at least one copy of all the characters. You know, I just pull for the characters I want. You know, like, I don't give a fuck about meta or anything. So, like, people are like, oh, you know, you should get, like, V3Ds or whatever. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I honestly do not give a fuck. I get the character, I'm happy. And then, you know, I'll try to get the weapon. If I get it, cool. If not, it's pity save for the next weapon that I want. That's how I'm surviving my gachas nowadays. Especially because, you know, I play Zeldas. And I barely got any of the characters I want. And I'm just like, whatever. I still keep playing. I got Miyagi anyway, so I'm just like, I can do whatever the fuck. I don't need more characters. I'll pull character and weapon unless they tell me weapon is so shit like Racing One. See? That's the thing. I will not care. If I pull her, I will try to pull for her weapon. But again, if I don't get it, I wouldn't care either. Or like, you know, people, I have Planeta and I'm not using Tololo too much, so I'm like, oh, you could give Planeta to... I don't know what they told me, to Kluke or Meshti, and I'm like, nah, I got her weapon, so she's gonna have her weapon. And I don't give a fuck if another weapon is better on her. She's gonna have her signature weapon. Like, you know, once rerun starts rolling, unless I know there's a character I really like coming, or like, I don't know, if I have like some extra saving, then I might start rolling for copies during reruns. But yeah. I said I'm not a meta person, and I've also reached a point of zen with gachas that I'm just like, oh, I didn't get the character? Oh well, whatever. We'll get him next time. And as I said, my only exception is probably gonna be Leva. Whenever she drops. Unless I'm absolutely broke. I'm not super into the little weapon designs, but you can change them, which is cool. Yeah. I do like the modern look, though. I do like the modern look on them. Especially, though, I think especially the G11 looks kind of cool, since the G11 per se is like so blocky. Planeta also looks pretty good. The thing is that for Planeta, they left a lot of it like darker, and it only has like some silver high tones highlights. So it looks really cool. But yeah, I think for the G11 it really fits, since the G11 it's already so weird. But yeah, like, I don't know, I really like the color scheme, so, you know, for me it's kind of whatever. They do look cool for me. G11 is a space gun, real. But anyway, as I said, gonna take some rest, gonna chill, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Expedition 33, and next week for more Gears Frontline. Double dose of Gears Frontline next week. We're getting so much Gears Frontline. But yeah, for now, thank you guys for coming. Hope you had fun with that absolute peak that was the Aphelion ending. And yeah, remember to take care of yourself, stay safe, stay hydrated. Have a nice rest of your day or a good night. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.